not like this, please like this, go and share this because we're talking about pure commentator gold right here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get nowhere else except one place, the late night hype.
Are you ready for an unforgettable experience? Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get hype.
What's going on, Dallas Cowboys universe? Welcome to another episode of the Late Night Hype. Big Game James, Skywalker Still, Law Nation, The Voice. 53-man roster prediction, man. Football season is almost here. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's going on, y'all?
Man.
All right. Man,
you be
I can hear
getting
that
this
50,000 times, man.
Oh,
And I
you be
still
getting this
feel the
stuff
same.
crunk, man. Every
Hey.
time I be like low key sleeping, it'd be like damn, damn, damn.
You just wait till the season. Wait till this. I got something ready for the season. I'm working on. Law, I'm gonna need you because I want to use your voice for this hype thing.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it then.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Man, like you said, man, it's like almost here. What, a couple weeks, and the season's here. We about to do this roster. I mean, it's finally here. The talk is done. It's time to make this stuff happen, and I'm ready to make this run for 6, y'all.
Run for 6, baby. But it starts right, Law. It starts with the players, projecting the players, and that begins to Saturday. Crazy to think about it, man. We've come a long way. The late night hype, dog. When we decided to do this, it was way back when the end of the season.
Right.
You know, about February-ish, somewhere around there.
Mhm.
Did that little trial run that went to shit, and then
right.
and then
I like who?
Oh
Who?
man, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was just a funny night.
I
The
hope you didn't get
Matrix.
rid of that. Please keep that footage. I need
We
to
need to
find
keep that because that was an awkward end call.
it. It was, man. It was.
Yes, indeed, boy.
And then so from that to, I don't know how many months it's been, dog, but we are 12 days away from Cowboys football, 9 days away from NFL football. By the way, we are going to be streaming the Chiefs versus Texans, so get ready for that. It's going to be a nice practice run for us for the Sunday streams. And we here, man. We are here. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody in the chat, everybody that's going to be coming along. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you ain't subscribed to our channels, go ahead and subscribe. We're all the way down
Do
there,
it
man.
now.
Go right on
Good
ahead, man.
luck,
Let's kind of
man.
give some shout-outs right. Moving right here. Jess is in the building, of course. Joe from Facebook. Jamal. Dak Attack. You know Dak Attack up here. You want to hear that Josh Normal.
Josh Normal.
There you go. The Ninja. Rue. What up, Rue Glock? Cowboys 2068. Gambino. What up, Gambino? Derek Evans.
Cold-blooded name.
Matty Ice. What up, Matty Ice?
Matty Ice.
Charles Bridges, man. Charles Bridges is a silent assassin.
Silent assassin. He's the Cash App assassin.
He the Cash App assassin, dog. Shout out to you.
Cash App assassin.
Charles Bridges. I might give him a Cash App badge.
Yes. Cash
right.
App assassin.
Brian-
He come in there like, yak, yak.
Facts. Brian and God tier on Facebook. What's up, man? Alex Soto. Is it Javion Council? Shout out to Javion. Who we got? Cowboy D, Uncle Sam, Trey Manning, Raisin Sack. DTC 1996, Chris Woods, Terry Turner, Mike Meticulous Details Podcast. I have to say it all the time.
I love that. That's just so deep when it comes in.
James Rogley, what's up, James? James be holding it down. He be holding it
James
down on
holds it
Facebook.
down on Facebook now, man.
James Gary. Who else we got here? Uncle Charles in the building. What up, Uncle?
And I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. What's good?
No. Stevie Mack, the mod guard. Brandon Williams. And I know we'll have Cowboys Network in here. Sosa, Cedric, Farrell, Lord Nova, and the many, many, many more that will be coming up in here throughout this stream, y'all. We appreciate y'all up in here. And honestly, for real, we're doing this 53-man roster breakdown, right? But we're going to need y'all help.
Yeah.
Because we're not in agreement. We're not all in agreement on who we want on this team. So there's going to be a few spots where we're going to call on the nation. We're going to call on the Dallas Cowboys universe to maybe settle the score, per se, right? Settle the tie or whatever. So, with that said, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Oh,
Let's get ready to rumble.
Pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you
Wow,
might be taking over my man's job.
Yeah, you
I could have
pretty
went
good.
longer, you know.
You're pretty good.
I heard he trademarked that, so don't come get me, man.
Yeah, we might have to mute that part.
Edit that part because it'll be dinged by the time the show's over.
Hey,
Trademark.
Gambino said, "Is that a Shawn Michaels shirt?" Yes, indeed it is, man. The HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, baby. One of my favorites growing up in the 1990s, man. He's a legend. He's an icon. Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, man. Super kick it. Or as he calls it, the sweet chin music. Tune up the beat. Tune up the music. Shout out to all my wrestling heads out there. Y'all probably like, what the hell he talking about? But if you're a wrestling head, you know who HBK is, man. You know who he is.
Yeah.
That's my guy. That's my guy. All right, man. Let's get into this thing as we like to say here on this show. 53-man roster projection. We're going to start with, guys, probably the easiest position on the roster, right? Easiest position on the roster. Quarterback. Quarterback. I mean, that has to be pretty cut and dry. I'll let you guys go, and I'll finish it off here. Law Nation, we'll start with you. Who's your quarterbacks? How many quarterbacks? And we all should be on the same page here. Mind you, we did not share our rosters, but we just looked at the numbers, and that's how we knew we're not in agreement. So,
Right. I got, according to my list here, I got Ben DiNucci, Andy, and I got the young Rain Dakota Prescott. I got 3 guys on this particular list. I started in reverse
no
chronological order, you know.
All
So
right, I will. Oh,
what?
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no,
No,
no,
go
cool.
ahead, Scott.
So you said Ben DiNucci, Dak, and Andy.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, James.
Me, I am also going to go with the three QBs, DiNucci, because Mike McCarthy loves quarterbacks. If you look at a lot of his drafts, even when he got good quarterbacks, he still drafts quarterbacks. So he likes to keep them young ones. And I also know they don't want him to get plucked because he looks like he's a little playmaker. So put him on that roster.
Yeah. All in agreement here. I think, like we said, quarterback is probably the easiest one here. Could there be a shocker, though? Could there be a Ben DiNucci not making the team?
It's hard for me. I know they like that Clayton Thorson kid because he's got an arm, but he was undrafted. But I feel like you said, Mike McCarthy, well, like I was saying, like he likes to draft quarterbacks, and this was his guy that he picked in the 7th round. So I feel like this is a guy that he picked. I don't think he lets him slide. I think he makes team. And plus, I think a lot of people like his moxie.
So, yeah, I mean, we talked about it when we had Jeff on here. I love Ben DiNucci's moxie. He has that swagger. It's funny because I hate that we always say one of these guys look like Tony. Like we always say that. Like Cowboys Nation loves to say so and so looks like Tony. But man, he got that feel. Got that kind of that, undrafted swagger. I'm gonna make mistakes, but I'm confident swagger to him. So I like Ben. But we got somebody in here. Most of everybody in the chat here is in agreement with the three quarterbacks. But Gambino says he thinks we keep Dak, Dalton, and Thornton. For sure, the rookie staying in practice squad, DiNucci. But he thinks that DiNucci is going to be on the practice squad. Huh.
I got a theory for that. You know,
let's talk it out. That's what the show's for.
I think, yeah, that's what it's for. And I like where you just said that because here's the thing, Scott. When you think about quarterbacks who once was on the practice squad, once you already lived through that practice squad era, meaning that no team touched you before, so why would a team touch you now? See, Ben never been on the practice squad. And according to Pro Football Focus of the college angle and all of his collegiate situation, I think that he was ranked higher than even Jalen Hurts as it relates to throwing the ball down the field as far as accuracy. DiNucci, yeah. So why put him out there on the streets? And let's keep him, and if Thorson want to hang around and stay around, we can just keep him on the practice squad.
So Ben was drafted though.
Yeah,
and he was just 7th round pick. But I do like the idea of keeping Ben. And here's the thing, because when we're thinking about down roster guys, we got to start thinking about other things other than their talent, because their talent isn't the reason they're always going to be on the team. And you're probably like, what? Hear me out. Development is what they want to do with these guys, first of all. And then money. So if you keep Ben DiNucci without cutting him, you get Ben DiNucci for 4 years on a contract. So you got him for cheap, and if he develops into your quality backup, you got a quality backup for at least 3 years if you let go of Andy Dalton next year. So, and you'll have him for 4 years in your system, hopefully, if all goes well with Dak Prescott. So, yeah, we could cut him and bring him back to the practice squad, and he'll be on like a 2 or 3 year deal with some weird contract arrangements, but I'd rather keep him, develop him. I think he could be something down the line in regards to a positive backup. So that's where we're at. We're sticking with 3 quarterbacks, correct? Everybody's in agreement. 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, 3. Good with 3.
Correct. And let me explain this too. With the people that saying let's roll with 2 quarterbacks, that will be considered a luxury that I think that this particular season you really can't afford because of the situation with the
great point.
With the pandemic. So I think that it would be wise to roll with 3 quarterbacks unless you got somebody on this team that can sub in and play quarterback. I just don't think that we got anybody that's like a Cole Beasley that's versatile enough to play quarterback. Do we have anybody like that?
Not that I can quite think of. Now you make a good point about the 2 quarterback thing. We're talking about a COVID season, so we have to take that into account. We go with 2 quarterbacks. Ben DiNucci might get snagged somewhere.
I'm telling you, he is going to get snagged.
So protect him. I guess Thorson and DiNucci, I guess you can say there's really not much of a difference if you want to go that route, right? But I agree, man. That's a good point. You got a COVID situation. So do you really want to go into the season if your quarterback room catches COVID? Now you down to one quarterback, and you got to scramble and bring somebody in. Likely going to bring up a practice squad guy, but then you still have to sign another rando off the street to go then be on practice squad. Or maybe you're not confident in Thorson or whoever is on the practice squad, so you go bring in a rando to be your backup. So it can get tricky. It can get tricky. So I do think we go with 3. I think Mike McCarthy likes quarterbacks. You know, if we go back and look in his history, somebody can let me know. How many times have they kept 2 or 3 quarterbacks? I think it's been kind of a up and down thing. I don't think it's been 2 or 3 every single year. I could be wrong, but I think we're all agreeing here 3.
Yeah.
Lionel says, go ahead.
Yeah. I just feel like you said, I think the COVID season has definitely something to do with it. I think with all positions when you're looking at it, but I just really believe that this is kind of his guy. He picked him. This is his draft.
That's what I feel.
So that's why I feel like this is his draft. He handpicked him. It's a quarterback. I don't see where he just says, "Oh, I'm gonna just leave you open for somebody to scoop you up after I handpicked you and maybe want to develop you." No, I think he protects him and says, "No, we're gonna protect you because you never know in the future."
Good stuff.
Lionel says Corona will have roster implications. Basically, will make it complicated. Cowboys Network so said Cowboys could use one of the 4 player protections on DiNucci if the Cowboys sign him to their practice squad. Yes. So if he gets there, most definitely probably going to be one of the guys. And we say this every year, and I do have to, preface this. We always think somebody's going to get snatched up, right? Oh man, this guy's going to get snatched up, right?
And it don't happen.
Right, and then it don't happen. But again, because of COVID, I feel like there's a few positions where if you got a chance to grab them, you're like, let me snag this person because you never know. Quarterback and offensive lineman. They don't come at a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
I just feel like that.
Hey, go ahead. My bad, Scott, because I wanted to can you go ahead and clarify the real reason why we talking about 53 opposed to 55? Because I've seen some people talking about, hey, it's 55.
I was just about to say I was gonna have Sosa drop that
drop that knowledge, Sosa.
Well, he was talking about
something
else.
Knowledge.
Listen, here it is. He was talking about the player protection. If somebody can drop that rule, because some people may not know what we're talking about, but they have implemented a protection for the practice squad players. But I'm going to try to do this as best I can here because it's complicated with the 53-55. I mean, it's really not, but to say it. So it's a 53-man team with the ability come game day to be 55, meaning you can call up 2 from the practice squad. I saw somebody in your comments on your community say, well, we might as well do a 55 because if you can call up somebody every week, then it's 55. No, it's still a practice squad that you can call those guys up. And they're protected, if I'm not mistaken, in the sense if you call them up and bring them down, they can't be snagged type thing. I could be wrong on that part, so y'all can give me clarification, but I think I'm right on the 53.
You're right on that. That protects them getting snagged.
Yeah, I think again, this is it's so complicated right now because of what's going on that I'm still, I asked Sosa the other day and he told all of us in the chat, hey, this is what it is because we weren't sure on the last show. So 53 for the team, 55 on game day. If you want to bring up an extra, when I say 55 on game day, I shouldn't say that. It's 46 on game day, but you can bring up 2 other people during that. Okay. Yeah. Could be wrong. If I am, drop all that knowledge. What's up?
Good stuff.
Pellman, Mr. Pellman. All right, let's do the second position. I think is fairly easy. He'd be a little something. Running back.
Don't let James go first, Dad.
All right, go ahead, James.
I'm just keeping 2 right here.
Ooh.
I'm going with Zeke and Tony Pollard. I don't feel like there's any running back that they're going to say that we want to keep on the squad. I know they got the Ricky Dowdell and
turn your mic up a little bit.
Oh, my fault. They got the Ricky Dowdell and the Anderson kid. But I feel like running backs are just running backs and you can pluck them anywhere. And I feel like they won't be like, oh, somebody's going to scoop Anderson or Dowdell from us. I don't feel like they're like that. And then I'm just not sold with this, so I'm going with 2 backs, 3 QBs, 2 running backs.
About you, Law?
I'm going with 3.
Nation, give us your as we go through these positions, y'all drop y'all predictions in there as well. Go ahead, Law.
I think that Tony Pollard and Zeke, they work well with each other, and they will be on the field at the same time, multiple times. I think that it will be beneficial to have a third guy in, especially when you get into the goal line, gold packages and things like that.
Like a fullback?
Yeah, like a fullback. Was this that Saywu?
Saywu.
Yeah, I got him. So I'm rocking with 3, and that's the reason why I'm rocking with 3. Anybody want to have a rebuttal to that?
I'm on the fence. Y'all gonna have to swing me on this one probably towards the end as we go through the roster, but I'm on the fence. I have the obvious 2, Zeke and Pollard. Where I'm struggling is with James. I agree with James. He says running backs can be plucked. I mean, if somebody gets hurt, you get any running back. I mean, let's just be real.
True.
But Saywu has that fullback flexibility and the ability to play a little running back, kind of like Rod Smith.
True.
But what pulls me back from that is that it sounds like McCarthy is going to do a lot of H-back stuff with these tight ends.
That's where I was going with Dalton Schultz. That's where I was going.
And Blake Bell. So if we're going to be running a lot of H-back, then do we really need that fullback? It's complicated. And you know what makes it complicated, y'all? We don't have preseason to get any type of tape or preseason tendencies on what they want to do. Snap counts, right? We usually come out, well, here's the one you got to look at. Saywu got 17 snaps on special teams, right? 17 snaps on special teams. Anderson got 3. Devin Smith got 2. Whatever position you think may be fighting for that extra spot. So, with that said, guys, I'm going to leave this open. I'm going to leave this one open, and we'll come back to it because we're not all in agreement here on 2 or 3. That fair?
That's fair.
Okay. All right. So we got a question mark here on running back. Question mark here on running back. What they saying in the chat? Law.
Let's see. I'm seeing most people saying
3. They like that fullback.
You like the fullback?
Yeah. A lot of people.
Mike McCarthy's not allergic to using the fullback.
He's had Coons.
Guy named Coons. Yeah.
Yep. Coon was if I'm not mistaken.
He could catch the ball at the backfield. He could do a lot of things.
But I mean, he was a Pro Bowler, right?
Was he? I think he had maybe 1 year. He had another good fullback too.
If he wasn't a Pro Bowler, he was one of the better fullbacks in the league for the majority of his career under Mike McCarthy.
He loved those running backs that run downhill too. So get put in mind of Starks and all of those guys that were running the ball with them.
Dayton says third running back will be on special teams. That's again those down roster guys. You have to be able to play it. Somebody got to play it. Andy. Some people have Anderson. Lionel says Zeke. Zeke Pollard and fullback. You need a third. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of different ways. People are saying some fullback, people are saying no fullback. So we'll come back to it because maybe it'll come down to that third running back or 10th O lineman. 11th O lineman.
Because here's my thing. But my last impression of Ezekiel Elliott is, and of course we just don't know. Of course we see Slim Zeke, but remember the Eagles game, patting on the top of his helmet to get out of the game. The Bills game, patting on the top of his helmet to get out of that game. Yeah. So
coming out for
my last impression.
Right.
But he ain't coming out for if Tony Pollard fool around and make one of those spectacular catch, and then all of a sudden he twists his ankle. May I knock on some wood? I just don't want it to be, now it's all Zeke and it's nobody else.
Zeke said, "You can give me 30 times."
Yeah,
30 times. Zeke said, "You can give it to me 30." He said, "If they want to share, that's cool with me. But I'm cool with being the bell cow 30 carries a game."
And he know cool with that. We've seen it. We've seen it here. For the last 4 years.
Guess what? If y'all know who will be our emergency running back?
CD Lamb.
Well, damn, you right. But I was leaning more toward Jalen Smith.
Oh, because he played running back.
Yeah, he got some wiggle room to him. He can play running back. He'll be the emergency break in unless when it's on fire type of situation. But go ahead.
I was just reading these comments. There was one I saw that I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Is what it is. All right, so we'll leave that one open. All right, let's move on.
Open sesame.
Tight ends, guys. I think this is fairly easy too, and it's funny because going into this, I wrote off a guy, Dalton
So did I.
Schultz.
He was super wrote off. He wasn't nowhere near the equation.
I wrote off Dalton Schultz, and you know, I'm happy to be wrong. Again, I am not rooting against any of these dudes.
Mhm.
But it sounds like Dalton Schultz is having a fantastic camp. Obviously, Blake Jarwin is the man, and Blake Bell, while he's not, no one's saying much about Blake Bell, he's just steady.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be on this team. So that's my three: Jarwin, Schultz, and Bell. I think Jarwin is going to be your primary receiving guy, with Blake being your primary blocker guy. And if they want to go super blocking, they'll bring in Dalton Schultz. But don't sleep on Dalton if he has to fill in for Jarwin for whatever reason, on being a reliable underneath guy.
I got 3 too.
I got 3 on that, and I like what you said about. I think he's actually, when we were talking about Blake Jarwin needs to get better, a little bit better underneath. I think that's where Dalton Schultz will be better than him right now, than Blake Jarwin, because Blake Jarwin will kill you on the seams, but I think underneath, Dalton Schultz will know how to plant, kind of do that Jason Witten post up, or do them quick and get those quick underneaths. I think that's what Dalton Schultz is going to be good at. And then, the last week they talked about seeing him at H-back. I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't go with that fullback, because I really feel like you're going to see a lot of Dalton Schultz being that H-back this season, and you're going to see him putting him in a lot of positions this year that you wouldn't have seen him any other time.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
You see Dalton Schultz being that move fullback type, H-back.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be versatile for them this year.
Anybody think Hicatini could have a shot here, or are we talking practice squad again with Hicatini?
Practice squad. I like Hicatini though.
Too.
Hicatini got to have a hell of a next 4 days, man. He got to really show something to the world.
Hicatini got
like Moss.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it. So Dallas Pepper Sr. What a name. Dallas.
What up, Dallas?
Senior. Shout out to you. He says Jarwin, Blake, and McKeon. I'm gonna tell you something, Dallas. If McKeon shocks the world, we're hearing nothing about this guy.
He's a Michigan. That's because I think Dallas is a Michigan guy.
Oh, okay.
That's why I think Dallas. Are you a Ohio State guy? Or are you a Michigan guy? I think he one of them two. I think he might be a Ohio State guy. He one of them two.
AJC has an interesting question. He says, "Do you think teams will know when we are passing by seeing Jarwin out there, but when Bell or Dalton is out there, they know it's a running down?" I don't think that's the case, but what do you guys think about that?
I don't think we paint ourselves in a corner like that. Remember, we used to have Noah Brown in, and we say, "Oh, there's going to be a running play right there because we see Noah Brown." I don't think that would be the case or the scenario with this particular coaching staff.
And they might do the reverse psychology. Maybe they're saying, "Well, y'all always think because Dallas used to do that. Well, we're going to show this lineup to make you think we're going to do that." It's the truth. They play head games. Coaches play head games all the time.
Well, we just saw.
Right.
Let's think you're going to do this, and okay, hear that? Yeah, they about to do this play. Nope. I mean, that's what it's a one big head game with them coaches. You know what I'm saying? It's a chess match.
We just saw Mike McCarthy play head games, but all of us.
Everyone.
KMT said Poe at fullback.
Maybe goal line.
Yeah, goal line stuff.
Goal line.
Yeah.
I'll come back to that question though.
I'd be worried.
Remember, guys, I don't know if y'all listened to Ezekiel Elliott's latest interview. He said there's really not going to be too much changes with the offense, except for the fact that we will be able to be multiple within a play. I mean, this is what I mean. He literally said these words. We won't be predictable. Like, that is an indictment on the coach. So what that means is we would come out in a certain formation, and probably 80% of the time you knew the play we were going to run, or if it was going to be a run or pass. He said that the difference is that we can come out kind of like the Rams, show you a formation, and run a multitude of different things out of that formation now. Guys, when we saw a double tight end set with Noah Brown motioning in, do we not know where the ball was going?
Oh, my goodness.
Man, I mean, and this is no hate on the ladies, I promise you. But when the ladies saying, "I know what that is," when Boothang was saying she knew the lineup, oh my gosh, I said, "Oh, come on, man, all hope is hope."
But yeah, Zeke pretty much came out there and kind of that should be one of those things you got to circle, because these guys are dropping nuggets throughout the offseason about what we're going to be doing, and that one to me made my antennas rise real fast, because I'm like, "Ooh, I love to hear that. I had a feeling it would be that way, but to hear him say, "Oh yeah, we're not going to be predictable, man. Like we're going to come out. We can run 11 personnel and run 17 different plays out of it. We can run 2 tight end sets and run 5 different plays out of it. They're not going to know what's coming unless they literally know what's coming, a la Bill Belichick and tapes and what. Yeah, I mean,
How you doing, guys?
or yeah, unless he's the coach. Excuse me. Unless he's the coach, and they say, you know what, you think they changed some shit up, but they ain't changed that much up. Fumbarooski. Remember that on Lil Giants?
Right. Way back, man.
They know the play.
They
My favorite
know it.
movies, man. For that movie. All right, now y'all ready for the hard stuff? I gave y'all the easy stuff. Let's here we got 3 quarterbacks. We're holding steady on running backs. Got 3 tight ends. Everybody in the chat, is that fair right now? 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends. We're a little bit tilting on 2 or 3 running backs. Let me see what everybody's saying here. Once that comes through. This one right here, yo. Wide receiver position. That one's getting tough because of numbers. We talked about it before the season. 5. Is it 6? I don't think it's 7. 5 or is it 6? So take it away, Law, and then we're gonna go to James. And I'll finish it on.
I got 6, man, and I don't have Gallup making his team, guys. Just play. All right, so I got Amari.
Pull the plug on the show.
Pull the plug. Kick him out, man. I got CD not making this show, right? You're not making this game. I got Amari Cooper, Gallup, CD for TD. I got Cedric, he's showing up this year. He's working out privately with Dak Prescott, even in his backyard. So that's why he's probably been on the same page with Dak. And also I have Noah Brown. The person that's in the toss-up with me is Ventel Bryant, and as well as with Devin Smith. So I got 6. So I'm going to go with Ventel is out, right? He's injured. Is that correct?
And I'm gonna get to that. PCL strain.
Yeah.
So that's why I got Devin Smith. I got 6 guys. I got Ventel sneaking onto the practice squad.
But so are you saying they cut him?
Let me see. I'm gonna look over this list again.
I'm just saying,
it's rough. It's rough because Ventel can bring you special team,
right?
And Devin don't bring you none of that. And I know he's been quiet all this off season. Maybe they're giving him the Amari Cooper treatment.
Here's what I think about Ventel. If they elect to, if they say, hey, his knee is messed up, they're gonna do the IR thing. I don't think they're just gonna flat out cut him. I think they like him enough, and they'll IR him, and maybe potential to return. Definitely with a long position like this in a COVID year, maybe they IR him. But I don't want to give away who I think is going to make it, so I'll let James go.
But let me say before James goes, are you guys cool with my 6 right now in the chat? Are you guys loving it? I seen somebody saying, "Hey,
run the 6 back one more time."
I got Amari Cooper, Gallup, CD for TD. I got Cedric Wilson, as well as Noah Brown. I'm about to say Noah Bryant. Lord. And then I got Devin Smith as the veteran guy that they bring back on for experience.
Okay. I love me some Devin Smith, man, but this damn special team stuff. It all depends what happens with Bryant. But go ahead, James.
I mean, there ain't really nothing you can say on this receiver thing. I've been, the top 3, Amari, CD, and Michael Gallup. We see Cedric has been stepping up, doing his thing. Noah Brown came out of nowhere. This is a guy who I had off the roster the last 2 years. Why in the hell is he still on this roster? And he came in and showed up and showed out, showed his skills. Been healthy. I think that's the biggest thing for Noah. And I think another good thing for Noah is they're not pigeonholing him in a spot like they did with the last staff. And I think maybe that's why Noah Brown is showing up more, is because they didn't pigeonhole him and he's just going to be blocking here. Let's see your receiving skills. So now I think you've seen a lot more of what Noah Brown can do. And I think that's why Noah Brown has stepped up and be able to jump on this team. along with the special teams. And just like you guys said with that 6th spot, I'm teetering with the 5 and 6 because I'm looking at that cornerbacks we'll be talking about later, that defensive backs. That's why I'm teetering with, should we go lower on the receivers? My pet cat, John V. Johnson, I tried to stay with you, dog. I promise you,
Hey,
I
this
tried.
practice squad.
Check, he going to the practice squad. I tried, but dog, I watched the highlights of it yesterday. You caught a pass and DeAndre Burton knocked the ball out your hands and you dropped. I said, okay, your practice squad. I can't talk about you no more. Devin Smith, I don't know. I like Devin, but I just don't see him making a roster, dog. I just don't see it. Like, nobody's really talked to him. He's been, he's had some good days, had some regular days. I just don't see Devin. I think they really feel like I heard about the injury wasn't really bad with Ventura. I feel like he slides on there. They make it happen, and they kind of leave it at that. If they don't keep Ventura, I think they just go 5.
So Devin Smith could fall to the same, death sentence that he fell to under Jason Garrett, which is special teams. Everybody kept telling me he wasn't playing because of special teams. And I thought, special teams be damned. We needed some juice when a lot of these guys were banged up. When a lot of these guys couldn't perform, we needed that deep speed. Now, we think that between Gallup, Amari, and Lamb, we can get some deep separation, some deep balls, right? But last year, it was just Gallup and it was Coop. And after the damn year, and Gallup, while yes, he is a deep threat in the sense of throw it down there and catch it, but he ain't running by you. I mean, he gotta break you mid-route or break you off the line of scrimmage. Devin, it has deep, long speed. And
there you go.
That's the aspect that I would love to have on this team. But we're not being just fans, right? We got to put our GM hats on. And what do the 6 wide receivers have to play? Got to play special teams.
Special team, yeah.
Got to play special teams.
Got to play.
So if Ventel, because I messed his name up so many damn times. If Ventel Bryant is okay, Ventel Bryant be on this team. If Ventel Bryant is hurt, or they say, we like Devin. We like you too, Ventel. So what we going to do, we're going to IR you. Then Devin will be on the team. I can't see them going 7. And
I can't.
Let's just keep it a bean right now because we're not talking about it. We're talking about the 5th and 6th. We're talking about the 6 wide receivers, right? That's crazy, right? Cedric Wilson has the 4th wide receiver position on lock. And key. This dude, I don't think he's had a bad practice, according to the reports. Everyone, when Amari Cooper is saying, dog, he here. He has arrived. He is no joke. He is ready to take that next step. Knowing damn well he ain't going to have the opportunity unless there's an injury, but he's ready to take that next step. That makes me feel good. Because if anybody goes down, I know Cedric Wilson can step in and at least keep you at bay, right? And what makes him so valuable is that he is versatile. Special teams, punt return, slot, X, Y.
There you go. Keep
and he can just do so much for you. So wide receiver 4, in my opinion, is on lock with Cedric Wilson. And I got to give a round of applause to this guy, James. You talked about him. Noah Brown. Yeah. I mean, good stuff, Noah. Good stuff. I never was rooting against you. I just didn't like how you was used and didn't think you was needed.
Right.
Yeah.
Oft injured, blocking wide receiver. Never understood the infatuation that this damn team had for those type of guys at wide receiver. It's silly to me, but nonetheless, they used them. But it's great to see that he's showing off his wide receiver skills, and it sounds like he has a wide receiver 5 on lock. And you know what's nice about this, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 1 to 5, we're not hearing, Noah and Cedric are looking great on special teams. They're looking good as wide receivers.
That's a beautiful thing.
As wide receivers, as catching the ball. So if we need to roll out 4 or 5 for whatever reason, we can do it at a high level. I love to hear that, because could we do that at a high level in 2017? No? Could we do that at a high level in 2018?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it even last year.
Right.
So it is very encouraging to hear these things about Cedric Wilson and Noah Brown. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the top 3 real quick. Hoop. C. D. Damn. Can I get some fire emojis for Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and Sadadrius Lamb, a dangerous Lamb. Law, how about that catch by Gallup yesterday at practice?
Pulled it out of the sky. Say, let me get this thing from the God. You know
It
what I'm
was a
saying?
bad pass by Dak.
Hell no. Look, let me tell y'all something
saying
about
that, bro.
let me tell y'all about Dak Prescott a little bit. Here's what I always wanted Dak Prescott to do. When you throw those type of balls, you don't have to be like pinpoint accurate. You just got to throw it enough so you can give the receiver to climb the ladder to catch it and making sure that it's out of the way of the cornerback. Think about it. We got dogs that can high point the ball, like Gallup, like Noah Brown, like CD, like even Cedric. Those guys can climb the ladder, and nobody's short. It's no Cole Beasley out there. And for the life of me, when I seen Dak Prescott step back and throw that ball, it was like the Big Game James. You play basketball, right? You say, maybe put some arc in that shot. That's all he got to do. Put some arc in it. 9 times out of 10, the average height of a cornerback is what, 5'11-ish, what have you.
Of a quarterback?
I'm talking about of the cornerbacks.
Oh, corner. Okay.
DBs. You know, I'm country, so I sound, my words merge together. But the average height of a DB in the National Football League is around 5'11-ish. All of those boys that I just said are taller than that, and I think that they can high point the ball, and that's why Noah Brown has been so great in this offseason.
Yeah, what's Noah, 6'2"?
Noah's 6'2". Think about it though, y'all. Think about it though. Mike McCarthy, through his whole system at Green Bay, he loves the tall receiver. He loves the big tall receiver. And if they were to keep let's say they keep all 6 guys, everybody's going to be 6'2" and above.
Wow, luxury.
Yeah, you're talking. I think Coop is like 6'1"-ish, almost 6'2". Gallup 6'2". Lamb is a weird 6. I'm telling you, dog. He's bigger.
6'3".
It don't even make sense. Like, he don't look big, and then when they do have the camera on him, like, okay, he look like he's 6'3", 6'4", and then you're like, okay, he's 6'2". It's strange. He's a strange looking athlete, but he is a very damn good one. And then Ced is 6'2", Noah 6'2", and then the tight ends are all 6'4", 6'5" up. So.
And that's why I liked it, Ventel. Yeah,
Ventel
6'3". Yeah. Ooh,
he's 6'3".
Only person who don't really high point the ball, but can high point the ball out of those mix is your boy Coop. He don't really high point the ball like that. But he can. I'm not gonna say, but he can. But he's the only one that really don't do the jump ball like that though.
He don't get the jump ball opportunities, but don't get it twisted. we saw him in practice moss somebody. I don't know, Anthony Brown. That's who it was.
Everybody used him this year, huh?
And we seen those tiptoe catches up here, like shoot. But it is the wide receiver position is exciting this year, man. It's probably the most exciting position on the team, and I can't wait for it. But damn, you really got my mind. I did not think about that. No Cole Beasley or Randall Cobb. No 5'6" or 5'8", 9" dude on this team. I think Cobb was 5'10". Big wide receivers. And here's something that I think maybe we'll have to pay attention to, James and Law, during the season about Dak Prescott, because like you said, Dak Prescott overthrow. Let me tell you something about Dak. Dak is not going to put the ball in a bad place to get intercepted. The problem early on in Dak's career that he fixed a little bit, actually a lot of it last year, is that because he didn't want to put the ball in a bad position to get picked off, he would overthrow his wide receiver more often than not. That's why he was very inconsistent on those deep passes early in his career. Last year, under Moore's tutelage and Kitna's tutelage, you saw him keep that back foot, use his hips more, right? Use that twerk, what do you call it? Twerk more. You know what I mean? You know that Dak dance, right? And keep that foot down and put, what'd you call it? Air on the ball. And you saw a lot less overthrows. And if you noticed, a lot of the throws where they say, he had to reach for it, a lot of those are Michael Gallup. You know why? Michael Gallup's catch radius is like this. And they tell you, Mike Irvin will tell you, I ain't never asked Troy Aikman to put the ball between the 8s every time. Put it in my vicinity, I go get it. Put it in my area, so I just put it somewhere where I can get it. The Cowboys Nation, the fans expect Dak Prescott to be this pinpoint accurate quarterback. All the time, he don't need to be. And all the time, none of these quarterbacks are. But this year, 6'1", 6'2", 6'2", 6'2", Blake Jarwin, no longer Jason
Lob
Whitney.
it up, baby.
The catch radius right now is expanded. So don't be surprised if you see, balls like this and like that, and because the catch radius for these guys are huge. And you're not always going to put the ball in between the numbers. You're not always going to want to, because sometimes I watch Dak save his dude from getting his head tore off, and it looks like, oh, he's inaccurate. Right. Oh, fam, if he throws that inside, he's getting rocked. So we keep an eye on that. See if there's some overthrows this year. See if he gets even better with that. See if he uses CD Lamb's catch radius. If he uses Blake Jarwin's, which I know he is. Look at those practice reps. Those practice highlights. Blake Jarwin in the red zone. Keep your eye on that.
Yeah. Right? And Jarwin can actually climb the ladder. Jason Witten had those Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. I don't know how he would get open, but he get open and he would still catch the ball. And we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah. No, we see Jason Witten, no offense. Salute to you. He's catch it, post up, fall down type thing. He's not jumping, fam. Probably can't jump but 2 inches.
He ain't getting up off to there.
All right, so we are agreeing on what, 6?
All in agreement.
6, okay.
With 6.
3 quarterbacks, holding off on running back. 6 on wide receiver, 3 on tight end. We're at about 14. We're at the most, we're at 14. We're not sure on running back. All right, let's move on to another little bit of a difficult position here, y'all. Offensive line. Offensive line. The top 5 are easy, the starters. Right. Tyron Smith, Connor Williams, Joe Looney, Lyle Collins, and Zach Martin. Right. So we got those guys out the way. And so I'm seeing 10. I'm seeing 8 in the chat here. So I'm gonna start with you, Jay. No. I know that's too. So, 8, well, shit, it's gonna be 8 on game day. James, let's start with you on the offensive line. Okay. Give me the number, and then let's read your players off and maybe reasons why.
All right, I am going with 10.
Oh wow.
And obviously we know the 5: Joe Looney, Tyron Smith, Connor Williams, Leo Collins, Zach Martin, and Tyron Smith. But my 5 guys also, Tyler Biadasz, who's our 4th round draft pick. Obviously, we know he's going to keep it. He's going to be probably our center of the future. Connor McGovern, obviously from last year, he's like a rookie since he didn't smell the field nothing last year. That's going to be my other guy. Cam Irving, who they brought over as a free agent. I feel like he's going to be their probably immediate swing tackle, although I don't like Cam Irving. But I feel like they like him because he's a veteran. And if one of those guys go down, maybe they feel better with him. And my 2 other guys that I'm staying with is Adam Redmond. I feel like the regime likes him. He's a 6'6", 310-pound center from Harvard, smart guy. And I think they like that. And they like his size at the center position at 6'6". And I'm going to keep Brandon Knight. I still think Brandon Knight has something to offer. He played well last year. I saw him getting some good quality reps this year in a few practices I saw. And I feel like offensive linemen, especially with the injury history with Tyron Smith, and then Leo Collins had a little bit of an injury bug. You never know what happens with offensive linemen. I go heavy there with 10.
Not bad names and not bad reasonings. Yeah, I can see them going heavy. The one that you mentioned, it seems to be a lot of guys that we had on. I believe it was Kavanaugh, and we had who's my cat from Dallas Morning News, John Owning. Those guys brought up Adam Redmond, and I always forget about Adam Redmond, but he's been sticking around. Law, he's been around on this team last few years, and he's suited up on game days sometimes, and he's a utility guy. And versatility on the offensive line is very valuable trait. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I left him off initially because, like I told y'all, I had a roster of 40-something, and I wanted to kind of come together, figure out what we'll do here. But Adam Redmond makes the offensive line tricky for me. Where do you have him, and where do you have the offensive line?
I got Adam Redmond on the practice squad.
Okay.
I got 9 for your mind for the offensive line. That all rhyme, So I got Smith, of course. I got Connor Williams, Looney, Zach Martin. He's not moving nowhere, out for that spot. And I got Lyle Collins. I got Cam. Yeah, Irving. and I got the other Connor McGovern, who's going to fight for a position this year. I got Biotish, who
Biotish.
Biotish. We gonna call him badass once he start playing like it.
I like Biotish now.
I like Biotish right now.
You Biotish.
You Biotish. Get out of my face. You know. I actually got him, believe it or not, and I know I might get crucified for this, but I actually got him mid through the season becoming a starter.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want him to be.
Yeah, I got him becoming a starter. And I got Brandon Knight over your other guy, Adam Redmond.
I don't think that's Brandon a good thing, though.
Who, Biotish?
Yeah.
Mid-season coming to form?
Uh-huh.
Well, we hey, old boy got his test week 1, right? Although old boy don't line up at 0, but I'm quite sure that they're going to try to penetrate him. Yeah.
They're going to do a whole bunch of smacking fool.
Let's just be real, man. Aaron Donald can't be blocked. You got a scheme around Aaron Donald.
They gonna have the biggest test of their lives almost week 1.
He's not going to be able to block Aaron. They got a scheme.
Check this out. But you know what? Check this out. I didn't mean to interrupt both of you guys, but Brandon Robinson said something good, and I agree with it. He says Redmond will not make it through waivers. JG and Colombo are in New York.
Ooh,
yeah. I agree with that.
And he's on a team in New York Giants where they could use that offensive line help.
And they like Redmond a lot. They will snatch him.
Well, he'll be a Giant.
Man, I think you're pulling me to the 10. I think you're pulling me to 10 here. Here's why. Although you know me, I love to look on the other side. Love to look on the other side. When you brought up
damn horns up,
they not antennas. When you talk about Joe Looney losing his spot to Tyler Biotish, I don't look at it as a good thing. I look at it as Joe Looney must be getting his ass kicked, and that he needed to get out. And Biotish had to come in for real. Think about it. If continuity is key, communication is key on the offensive line, and it's just not possible for Biotish to have that in 3 weeks worth of work before the season. Which we knew this. We knew Joe would be the guy because of that. If everything was fair in a perfect world, and you had rookie minicamp, OTAs, and all that, maybe Biotish beats him out. But if you say Joe week 6, week 7, week 8 becomes your starter, not Joe, Biotish becomes your starter, that means Joe Looney's been getting his ass beat. And maybe the Cowboys aren't being as successful because to make a drastic move like that, he has to be derailing your offense. He has to be Phil Costa, Bill Nagy. You know?
Bill Nagy.
He's got to be one of these type guys.
Way back, yeah.
Phil Costa. Phil Costa look like he was like 5'8".
Phil Costa ain't had no damn business starting out. No business. And so that's all. That's all. Like I would like to see Joe finish the season because he's playing well. That's all. If not, do they turn to Biotish? There's another Connor.
Man. We'll see.
Another Connor on there.
Hell yeah.
No? Is that so? I'm gonna go with you, James. You said 9, Law?
I went 9. I went with 9. So that's why I felt like that extra running back or fullback was so important, right? So that's why I went with 9.
I think I'm gonna go with James on this. I think I'm gonna go with James on this one. Why is that a bad thing? That's a good thing.
No, I'm just playing with you.
Oh, you did that. I thought James did that.
No. No. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. DJ
He gave you the whammy.
DJ Dog 31 said the 3 Kings of Cowboys primetime talk, late night hype. I love that one, man.
Yeah.
I think we at the point, you know, I'm humble, dude. I'm humble. I don't like to say too many things like this, but I think we're at the point here, man. We the best Dallas Cowboys late night talk show. I mean,
late night hype. Yes,
I mean, I've been saying it. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it, so I ain't saying it no damn more.
Just saying, man. I think we putting in some work here, you know. Just saying.
We've been putting in so much work, man. I just want to say this, man. I always like to put out positive energy. I can't tell you guys who, but we got a major sponsor that's in the workings, man. And it's because of the nation. It's because of you guys. Just stay tuned.
Yeah. Oh man, I really wanted to drop that.
Yeah, we just gonna hold back, but man, it's major.
Working on the legalities or whatever, stuff like that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'm excited for that to drop because it's
Mhm.
going to make things even more fun during the season, man.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say
Major.
thank you for that, DJ, man. Appreciate it. But we couldn't be without y'all. Real rap. We could not be without y'all. Y'all keep showing up. Y'all keep showing out. Y'all keep letting everybody know. And from the bottom of my heart, appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And when we make it, you guys make it, because I'm quite sure whenever we get on that super mega big platform, Big Game James and Sky, we still be like, look, shout out to Cowboys 2068. Shout out to, Boo Thang over there. Shout out to Brandon Robinson. We still be doing the same thing. Ain't that right,
yeah.
Uncle Charles? Ain't that
Oh,
right, JG in the house, man?
Yeah.
Everybody, we still gonna be yelling y'all name out. Angel Rodriguez, shout out to you. Nobody else does this. Ain't that right, Jessica?
Hey, Boo Thang ain't letting me go nowhere. She said, "You make it, buddy. I've been here since the beginning. You bet you taking."
Facts, man. Facts.
I got you, Boo.
And the phone line's still gonna be open. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. The phone lines, I don't know about that.
Not tonight.
I don't know about that tonight.
Nah, not tonight, big
Tonight
dog.
we are trying to this 53 is tough, so we wanna talk it through. We wanna talk it through.
Let's
Talk
go.
it out.
We don't want to hear it out.
Talking text.
We want to talk it through.
Talking text.
Oh, I forgot to tell people. Do you guys agree with 9 or 10? And put it in the chat box.
I
Just put
wrote
9 or
down 10
in the chat box.
Here's why I wrote down 10 is because y'all talk. Well, James and the chatter, whoever that was, shout out to you. He talked me into Adam Redmond.
Robinson, yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
they gonna snatch him, dog. He
Talking
was
me
right.
into-
I feel that 100. He snatched. He getting snatched.
Yeah, let me go ahead and write that down. Put him in because, like I said, I left that open. So let me go ahead and add that one time for the one.
When we play dominoes, we say 10 get you in. So if you don't score 10, you can't put your name on the board. So yeah.
Let me show everybody what's happening in the chat here. We are getting 9, 10. Chad said, you ever had Shango on as a guest? No, I would love to though. We had Shango. Shango called in during the draft show.
Yeah, he did.
I might drop that Thursday for y'all. But Shango called in on the draft show. He was hype as hell when we picked CD Lamb.
Yeah.
10, but possibly cut number 10 for a safety edition. Hey, lunatic, slow down. Slow down.
What did the lunatic say?
He said 10, but possibly cut the 10th for a safety edition.
There, okay, here he go.
Here I go, but I'm gonna wait.
9 time.
I'm seeing
when I hear that.
10. Yeah, it's between 10 and 9. It's between 10 and 9, but I went with I broke the tie here. I went with 10. I went with 10, and we'll see what happens here. Dustin said, Broadus mentioned someone else other than Redmond and Knight. So those two guys off the roster? Is it the guy from Mexico?
Oh, what's Mexico?
Yeah, Jeff had
like
Still on
that
there.
That Terrence Steele kid from Texas Tech.
Yeah, Jeff had Still on his.
He played. I mean, when they went down, I think they were the starting when Tyron Smith went down. Steele was the first one up.
Sosa said, anybody the Cowboys cut, the Raiders and the Giants is gonna pick up. It's true.
Facts.
As they say, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and I'll bring this up later. Let's keep in mind, if they do cut down Isaac Alarcon from Mexico, if they do keep extra players at a certain position, after Saturday, other veterans will be cut. There will be the ability to add different veterans or free agents if you don't want to pay the guarantee money after cut down. So just because somebody makes the initial roster right now on Saturday doesn't mean they'll be there. So I'll go with 10 for right now. Go with 10. Yeah. All right, we got the offense, man. Right now we got 3 quarterbacks, 6 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 10 O-linemen, and 2 running backs for right now. What we're still question mark on the 2.
Yeah.
But with that said, we're at 24.
We're at 24.
24 on the offensive side of the ball.
24.
That's how long my game. Yeah, I feel you. All right,
Don't you
look.
love it when you singing a song and you got them 2 words and the rest is
Dog, that's me in the car every day with my boot thing.
Yeah.
Look, you be humming the for like 98% of it. Then in those 2 words,
singing hard as hell, and you sing it with authority and hard as hell.
We're gonna take a quick little music dip. We're gonna come back with the defense. I ain't really coming back, but just rock out for a quick second. We're gonna come back with the defense. All right, we're gonna start off right with the 2 guys that I'm just super dumb geeked to see in this defense, dog. Linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
We talking linebackers.
Woo-hoo.
Jawan said, y'all just butchered that song. We did, dog. I'm sorry.
Watch, he gonna go play it. Watch,
amen.
he gonna go play it right now.
It's all in his head.
James gonna go play it. I see you over there.
Yeah.
Jawan James.
Jawan James. You know that kid? He did the announcement for the Cavs because of that at Vine.
Yeah, I know. I seen that.
Crazy.
I didn't know that.
Crazy. Oh, shout out to my guy Pick and Pop too with the $10 donation. You know he picked in.
Pop
that thing.
He don't play around.
He don't even say nothing. He just
that's
$10.
And he just did he give you the pretty
it's sticker.
Sticker.
He dropped some type of sticker.
That's what Pick and Pop does. Picks and pops out.
The sticker.
Come on over here, Pick and Pop.
I knew that was
Yeah, pick it.
I'm just saying.
Pick it, Pop.
I Jim S.
Oh yeah, wow.
Oh,
Linebackers, ladies and gentlemen.
Pop it, just don't drop it.
I'm gonna start with you, Law. How many goddamn linebackers? Save us, please.
6 in the mix. I got 6 in the
Let me see
mix,
what
and
I have.
of course, I have. Well, how many numbers y'all got before I go rolling with it? Then
This is where I'm teetering.
I
You
only
teetering?
listed
I'm
5
teetering
because
too.
I
One
wasn't
guy.
sure where the last one was going to go, but I also have 6.
all right, I got my staples
6.
piece over here. Jalen, the Untouchables, Jalen, Sean Lee, and LVE. Those 3 you ain't gonna move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm seeing a little quietness. Do y'all want to move on from a certain guy?
No, Sean Lee.
I told you I'm done with Sean, but this is last year.
Keep him this year.
All right.
I got shout out to I got the Thomas, you know, he making
Joe.
the team. Shout out to the dog over there. Joe, you know, he's a Thomas. Shout out to the Thomases. You might be second cousin. I got Bernard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every time I think of Bernard Francis, I think of the what is this movie I used to watch? Shane. You know, they had Bernard on that.
I don't know why, but every time I hear Bernard, I think of Bernard King. Because I don't know too many Bernards. I know James like, okay, I see you, Scout.
Yeah.
Bernard King.
I know, right? When you said that name, I was looking down.
I'm an old school soul family.
Bernard King, man.
A little Sam.
He got old,
I got you.
old flavor, man.
So you got Jalen,
got
LVE,
Bernard,
Sean,
Francis
Joe, Bernard. Drop that 6 one.
Can you give me a drum roll? DJ, do you got a drum roll in it?
I need to put that
I got
Luke. That's
I got
guy
to
right
give
there.
first, the last guy in.
I like it.
Hey, the reason why I have him over March Lilliard is, and I know Lilliard is
I think it's just March
special
now.
It's
teams
just
guy,
March
right?
now. He just March.
Oh, see, you're changing his name. So that means he's really going to be gone. So March, you know, we play in September, March. You know what I'm saying? But I got Gifford. Gifford got the higher upside. Now I do know that Gifford is a mixture of a Sean Lee / LVE 2.0 because he just not staying
Injuries.
healthy and he just got all of these injury situations.
Not from
But when I look on his film of what he can do, his upside is just so high. You know, like John Legend, so high. I tried to hit that note, Cowboy Nation, but I messed up. But
you
you,
got that
guys get what I'm
soulful
saying.
voice.
Let's go with Gifford. Yeah. So he's my last guy, man. I got that take you to church.
Just
Couple
corrections
You
here.
know how I go.
Our guy, Wink, I'm not from Philly. He said, I'm from Philly. I should be thinking of Bernard Hopkins. I'm not from Philly. If I was from Philly, I would be thinking of Bernard Hopkins. But I'm a basketball guy, and I think of Bernard King.
Man, Scott know who the hell Bernard Hopkins.
I know who Bernard Hopkins is, but
Don't do that.
It's a
No, they
dog
say
he thought I was from
dog.
Philly. Just because I'm close to Philly, I definitely ain't Philly.
I'm like, you don't know who B
And
Hop
don't
is.
they feel
I
kind
know
of
who
like
B
a
Hop
rock?
is. I
No,
know
I'm
who.
saying they said in his feed.
Yeah, I just saw. They said he don't know B. I know who B Hop is. I'm saying I think of Bernard King. I'm a basketballer by trade, as they say, right? And
Right.
I just know my history of basketball, and I think Bernard King being a beast, scoring machine. I am agreeing with you. Oh, I got the same. I'm not even gonna, Jalen Smith,
wow.
LVE,
That's
Sean
good.
Lee, Joe Thomas, Francis Bernard, and Luke Gifford. I March, like, really? Are we really gonna put March over Luke Gifford? Is that
We'll
what we're
say
doing?
this.
Yeah. See, he changing everything. He changed from 53 to
will
59
say
from March,
this.
little, whatever. Go ahead, big game, James.
Because he's a veteran, and because now listen, I love Gifford too, but I'm just saying, haven't heard. I'm playing devil's advocate. See,
Okay.
Scott gets to play it. Let me play it. Ooh, I'm playing. I get to play it.
Listen,
All right.
it feel good on that side sometimes because you bring up
Yes.
conversation.
Yes, so I'm excited. So now I'm gonna
Give it
play
to us.
devil's advocate. Instead of you keeping a Gifford, is because now you got a Gifford who's off injured. He's already been injured in this practices quite a bit, and they like March because special teams, and he's a veteran. He's been around the league. So with you having this COVID thing, and you having linebackers, and you want guys who are already ready and be able to be ready made to be able to come step right in. I feel like they could play and go with a March over a Gifford and say, let's see if he can go ahead and slide through. Since he was undrafted, he can slide through and go on a practice squad, and we can just bring him up whenever we need.
Your boy's in here. You know he loves the big predictions. He says Luke Gifford nor March will make the roster. I'm not going to say. Honestly, is that like some crazy bold prediction? Not really, because that means, in my opinion, that means they'll go 5. I can't really see another linebacker, being over a microphone, being over those two guys right now. Unless Jay, you want to drop a random name out of the linebacker group that unless you down there in practice or you got some intel on some dude we ain't heard about. Because we ain't heard about, these down roster undrafted guys aside from Francis Bernard. So if we go 5, that wouldn't shock me if Luke goes IR because he ain't healthy or cut, or March just ain't making it because he ain't the guy. So he's saying they're going to go 5. That's why I had 5 on there, and I wanted to teeter on the 6. I didn't know who to go. I think they're going to go 6 because in COVID, special teams. Here's one of the main factors I don't think you're thinking about, Jay. Sean Lee gets injured.
He's already hurt and he hasn't practiced.
He's already injured, already hurt. LVE has a neck thing that we have to wait and see. If one of those two goes down to 4 linebackers. So I see 6 on this team because you need that depth. And it's a hybrid, so you're going to be playing these linebackers a lot most likely. And I see some people are asking about Smith, Gregory, and we're not labeling those off-ball linebackers. We're not. We're going to put those in the D-line group. So I got 6. Everybody got 6?
Yeah, 6 is.
I got 6 too. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you froze up a little bit, but that's all good.
No claim.
Okay, great.
At least it didn't freeze on the bad one.
Tuesday. Okay, great.
We'll get you unfrozen here at a quick second.
Yeah.
Tell them dudes to come back. Remember?
Ventriloquist right there. Come on, Illuminati.
Know,
Leave me alone.
I know, shake out of it.
Come on, get with me.
Brandon says, no, you're not. I'm not sure what that part means. All those linebackers will be playing Will. Mike, the Sam will be an edge rusher. Yeah, I'm not even considering the Sam anything at this point. Sam is usually 4-3. I really just feel like this is going to be more of a 3-4. At first, it's crazy because at first I'm like, this is going to be a 4-3 with some 3-4 principles. This thing looking like a 3-4 hybrid as opposed to a 4-3 hybrid. So I'm looking at those guys like I said, Anai, Alden Smith. Who else would it be? Granny Gregory, not necessarily as a Sam, because I look at Sam's as a 4-3. I'm looking at them as outside linebackers, pass rushers, with the ability to drop back from time. The Guru says, "What if Sean Lee suddenly retires? That would suck. If we can only have
He
5."
he ain't retiring. We've been trying to say, come on, Sean. And he like, I can still do it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Sean, this is it, dog. This shit last year. And I know I ain't got no right to say nothing. You've been doing your thing, but I don't care. This got to be it. He ain't practiced yet.
Yeah, that's
He ain't practiced.
you know what?
yet.
We're not talking about this. What if Sean Lee is the IR candidate? We didn't bring that up. Could Sean Lee be the IR candidate? Because he ain't practiced. He's hurt. He's injury prone. And if you want to save him per se, just throw him right there on that roster. Then maybe you go 5, and then when Sean comes back, it's 6. But if you go 5 and Sean comes back, you got to cut somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's smarter to go 6. I see the 5, but you got Sean Lee, who we're talking about, who's already on the roster. He ain't even practiced.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
So are we in agreement with 6 and the 6 being Luke?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me just read off these people. Okay, so Law came back in.
Yeah.
And we got fixed.
My bad.
All
man.
good,
It's
all
one of
good, all
those
good.
Murphy Law in here.
Did he flip over? Is he silver and blue?
They got me in there twine. Let me
Yeah, you
see.
in there twice. There we go. Now, yes, he is flipped over.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
It's all good. That will be fixed. None of that.
Well, if they want to act like that because I added Gifford on, well, hell, we'll go with March then.
Man, who gives a hell, man? We ain't going no Marsh Lillard. We going with Gifford, dog. We like the potential. Now, like I said, Devil's Advocate said they like that veteran March better because he's a vet, and we're going in the season and Luke been already hurt in the
I see that
in
one's
the
better.
practice. But like I said, I think Luke could probably skip through and make the practice squad, play Devil's Advocate. So that's why I said it's kind of dicey with Gifford. He's my bubble guy. Gifford is my bubble guy. Remember when Sky said he had a bubble guy? My bubble guy is Gifford.
So here's what we have, y'all. Quarterbacks: Dak Prescott, Andy Dalton, Ben DiNucci. Running backs: we're still sticking at 2: Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard. We're not sure on 3 yet. We'll revisit this. Wide receivers: Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Cedric Wilson, Noah Brown, Ventel Bryant, or Devin, but we're going to go Ventel because we're not hearing he's out. He's just hurt, sprained, what have you. Tight ends: Blake, and Dalton Schultz. O-line: Tyron Smith, Leo Collins, Joe Looney, Zach Martin, Connor Williams, Tyler Biotish, Cam Irving, Connor McGovern, Brandon Knight, Adam Redmond. So we went 10 there with Adam Redmond being that kind of 10th guy. Again, bubble guy, right? You said Gifford's your bubble guy. He's my bubble guy. Adam Redmond.
Okay.
So do these numbers here. Let me see. 1, 30. 30.
Okay. 30.
Right, 30.
At 30?
Steph
So we
Curry.
got what?
Steph
23
Curry.
left?
Yeah, 30.
Steph Curry? Yeah.
23 left.
All right.
And here's where it gets tricky.
Yeah, I was about to send you.
Here where it gets tricky.
Anybody, guys, in the chat that a name that you're adamant about here. Not like, I think he might make it. No, that you're like, no, he needs to be on this team. We cut. The VTC says Thomas is cuttable. Well, who you replacing Thomas with? Unless you're just going to go 5.
Who, Darian
I
Thomas?
don't think. I'd Thomas.
Oh, Joe Thomas?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I'm keeping Joe.
We need that vet. And plus, he played under McCarthy. We need him.
Yeah.
Or anybody adamantly, so Jay's cool with the 10 on the O-line. Young Wilson, we didn't do fullback yet. We're going to revisit it because we're not quite sure yet. And Jay is saying Luke is hurt right now. What are we doing? So is Ventel. I mean, and so is, people are banged up. We'll find out how hurt they are come Saturday. I tell you that much because we got those IRs. Again, if Luke might be one of those IR candidates again. He was the same thing last year. He got hurt. They like Luke. They IR'd him. So he could be a candidate there.
We got to have that drop for Mickey, man. We'll find out. We got to find that drop.
It's Mickey.
And we'll find out.
It's Mickey.
Noah Brown. We have Noah Brown on, so we have him on the team, Young Wilson. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, we're keeping Joe. So I don't think we're missing out on any major names right now. I think we're hitting the mark a little bit here.
Right.
Mhm.
All right, here's the one, though, y'all. Here's the one, defensive back. I'm just
Oh,
labeling
my
this
God.
thing defensive back
Hmm.
because we heard from, what's the cat's name, Mo Lindquist. Mo said safety, corner, I don't give a hell what you want to call them. They're DBs. So we're labeling them DBs. And I'm going to start with James. Let's start with James. Give me your put you on the spot. Give me your DBs,
I
man.
paper
How
out.
many first?
DBs. If we split them up from DBs to safeties, I went 6 DBs,
You mean-
4 safeties.
You want 6 cornerbacks, 4 safeties?
Six, yeah. 6, yep, just like you said.
Yeah, just we're just gonna label with DBs. That way you don't gotta be
Okay.
like, oh, I don't know what to do with Reggie. I don't know what to do with
Okay.
Worley.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
how many defensive backs you put on his team? 10
Yes.
or 11?
See?
Yeah.
Okay. See here.
I ain't gonna sway you. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Damn, shut up. Shut up.
Okay. Because see, here's you already know why the problem is, but I'm gonna go Cheeto, J. Lou, Trevin Diggs, Daryl Worley, Anthony Brown. What's the kid from Texas? C.J. Goodwin. I would love Chris Ressery to make it, but I just feel like he's a practice squad candidate. He showed up a little bit lately, but I think he's just still too green. And then Darian Thompson, Xavier Woods, HaHa Dix, Robinson, and here's the issue: Donovan Wilson.
Oh, so Donovan's your issue.
Donovan Wilson is my issue because I think because they already said they like Reggie Robinson. I know we said we're putting them all in the lump, but they already said they like Reggie Robinson at safety. And if they really push him totally at safety, I know they had to be versatile because Lindquist did say that, but they really said, hey, you're going to safety. They put it out there. You are playing safety. So if they do that and he is exclusively at safety, I think there's going to be no room for Donovan Wilson. He may get cut.
That's not bad. Listen, when I wrote these down, remember I said I left blank spots? Guess whose name is off that list for the blank spot? Donovan Wilson.
Wow.
Go ahead, Law.
He may get cut.
Put it like this. He ain't lying because this is exactly, and especially when you did your homework, Big Game James. I didn't call you. I didn't look under.
No, we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, we didn't even. We did this right at the last minute. Like, come on.
But we did that deliberately.
Right,
Well, no, it
'cause we
wasn't
didn't wanna
last
look.
minute. We just said
Well,
we said
Yeah.
yo, we don't want to know. Let's figure it out on air.
And that's what makes this so good because we didn't go back and forth before we went live. So I got as my 4 safeties because I got 4 safeties and 7 CBs. So that means I got
11.
what's 7 plus 4 guys? You know,
11.
11. So I got Xavier Woods as a safety, Clinton Dix, DT. That's what they calling him. He get a nickname already. Darian Thompson.
Damn nickname, Darian Thompson.
They said DT. I'm saying who. So he gives him a nickname this year, Darian Thompson, and I got Donovan Wilson, who we haven't heard anything. And my granddaddy used to always say, "Ain't everybody lying on you," So meaning that there's some type of truth if the last regime didn't give you a lot of playing time, and then all of a sudden this new regime, you're not getting a lot of noise and playing time, then there may be something true about that, Big Game James. As far as my cornerbacks, I got Worley, of course. I got J. Lou, Brown. And I also added C.J. Goodwin into the mix because of the special team play. I got Robinson there, but although he is a safety now, I also have a Diggs, of course, and those are my 7 guys. So let me go over the list again: Worley, Robinson, J. Lou, Cheeto Awuzie, C.J. Goodwin, and Diggs. Those are my guys as it relates to DB.
You forgot Anthony Brown.
And Anthony Get Down Brown,
Who's going to be your starting nickel? So
Anthony Get Down Brown is going to be.
You want to be upset? Start getting upset now, guys. That's your starter. We tried to warn you. We tried to warn you.
Well,
and then Jordan Lewis didn't make it any easier.
No, my outside guys would be starting. Since you wanted me to throw that in,
I think AB is going to be the starting outside.
Oh. I just don't want to see him in the red zone, money zone, trying to guard anybody, especially Cooper
Now
Kupp.
that
Oh my God.
is a one for you. Really? Why, Jim? What are you hearing? Who's your inside guy? Give him up.
Who's your man?
up.
Who's your inside
wow.
guy?
I'm out of here. Hearing that.
I know, but I'm telling you, he may.
The way what I'm hearing about Diggs, dog.
You already know how I feel about Diggs. I want Diggs starting now.
I can't see him being on the outside over Diggs. Cheeto's your outside guy. So
okay, Cheeto and Worley is my two outside guys. Who you got?
See, now this I just want to give y'all the 10. Now y'all trying to put me on the spot about who start.
All I saw out there, Forrest, is limited amount of snaps that we were able to see is Worley versus CD on the outside, and Worley's trying to find the world, right? Of trying to keep up with CD.
Y'all follow the show. Y'all follow our channels. Y'all know how I feel about Worley, and I always thought he'd be the starter because of this COVID thing. But
he's been catching some L's lately.
Well, I mean, they all catching L's. These wide receivers is eating. Heard very good things about Worley. Todd Archer just dropped it today. He said he's been very impressed with Worley. True. He's been getting tick at outside corners, slot, and safety. He's a Swiss Army knife, and he's playing well at all positions. How do you ignore the development or improvement of Trevon Diggs?
Right.
You know, at this point, from what I'm hearing, man, I might be on the boat of saying, just go ahead, man. Throw him out there. Live with your lumps. Let him get that experience early. Let him get that experience early and get it out the way. And let's rock, because he got the potential to get you some picks, get you some tips, some tip drill interceptions and what have you. So,
remember, Sky, I told you he was going to lead the team in interceptions this year.
Yeah, listen, I ain't mad at it. But here's where
kick Gavin out of the club, man. Y'all just kick him out of the club, man, for me. Gavin, over here on the YouTube. Y'all kick him out of the club for me. Appreciate it. But go ahead.
Yep. So if we're talking about starters, Cheeto got a week, and he won't be starting because he's been out. I mean, just seriously. I mean, Cheeto can't come back next Wednesday, Thursday, and then expect to start, can he? I mean, or J. Lou's not starting. That's just that, bro. I'm just that's a wrap.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a wrap. AB, that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's AB's.
AB spot to lose. Lewis is gonna AB's going to play bad, and Cheeto's gonna, or not Cheeto, Lewis is going to take that. So starters, I'm going to go with Trevon Diggs
and
Worley until I hear Cheeto back. Once Cheeto comes back, then I'll go Cheeto and Worley or Cheeto and Diggs. But nonetheless, I was on 10, y'all. I was on 10. I was until I thought about Donovan. And I said, we ain't even hearing nothing about Donovan Wilson. Not a near nada. The first practice he got a pick, and after that, it was like, Donovan who? If we decide to go long, he got an ally. He got a sponsor. Olinquist. Olinquist. So that's where it was tough for me. And I think a lot of people, a lot of the Twitter personalities were forgetting about CJ Goodwin. He is your specialty. He's probably the best special teams player on the team, and John's Bones Fossil is not letting you get rid of his best special team. Ain't happening.
Texas.
Ain't happening.
He been hanging on since what, 2017?
Something like that.
Yeah, he's been hanging on for. Remember, because he was almost going to make the game day roster, but remember he broke his leg in that preseason game against the Rams.
And he was on the game day last year. I think I remember talking about. Yeah. So I got CJ making his team, and right now I just have to put Donovan out.
Yeah.
Because of the flexibility. Out.
Yeah, I don't think he makes it.
Because of the flexibility. Think about it, yo. We keep hearing you got flexibility with Cheeto, Darryl Worley, Reggie Robinson. Why ain't nobody talking about Donovan Wilson?
Right. That's right. That's and it's all the major people that are talking about
3 cornerbacks flexing. 3, you don't. If you four deep at safety, you don't need 3 cornerbacks flexing, fam. You don't. You just don't need them flexing that much. So I'm gonna go with 10. Chastise me if you want in the comments. Let me know, am I wrong? Does Wilson make the team? I know everybody likes Wilson. We're rooting for Wilson. We want him to be the guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he makes it.
I don't know. So we talking 10 here? 10 DBs, and if you want to know the guys I have at 10 DBs, Xavier Woods, Ha Clinton Dix, Darian Thompson, Reggie Robinson, Cheeto, Trevin, Daryl Worley, Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, and C.J. Goodwin. How's that sound, Cowboys Nation? Lunatic says Robinson was officially moved to safety group today as per Jeff Kavanaugh.
Wow.
So if Reggie's fully moving, how do we
Donovan's
really put
gone.
Donovan Wilson
Donovan's
on this?
gone.
Oh,
That's what I was telling you,
Scott.
Scott. That's what I was telling you. That's why I was telling you, Law, that that's why I was saying, remember we had a little chat in the beginning, and I was saying if they move Robinson, because they were adamant in saying you're going to safety. If they say you are a safety, Donovan's gone.
Right.
Would you have Donovan on, Law?
I just say before I can say this with everything, I agree with some of the people that's in the chat talking about, well, it's hard to make this assessment because there have been no preseason, right?
And we know,
but it
that's
doesn't
all
matter
we've been saying.
because here's the thing with me is Robinson is this regime's guy.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. And when they're talking about they're specifically saying we are moving Robinson to safety. To me, that says Donovan Wilson, bye.
The only and unless Donovan Wilson is like a person that can play special teams and Coach Bone Fossil is falling in love with him. I don't see. I gotta put him on the bubble. That's why I cannot keep this guy off this team. So that's why I got 11. That's why I got 11. That's why you guys 10, Scott, because you big enough to pull the trigger. I can't pull the trigger on him.
Donovan. I
can't pull the trigger.
Well, that's because I'm not attaching myself to him from that aspect. I like Donovan. I'm rooting for him, but let's be real. We have nothing to see to really be like,
right.
Yo, nah, you gotta keep Donovan. I mean, but besides being a fan and besides rooting for the guy, what you really got to say that? Ain't nothing.
Can I trade you Donovan Wilson
6th-round pick
for Redmond?
Right.
You know, for your offensive line.
They're not getting nothing for him.
Can he get that slide?
Nah, I'd rather keep Redmond because I think utility offensive linemen are more valuable than your 5th safety.
Let's see who else we can substitute to keep Donovan on.
So we're hearing some people saying cut Aha.
No, it's not.
No,
he's a guaranteed 2.2
Oh gosh,
million.
Bobby, no, Bobby.
You're
Don't
not-
cut Clinton Dix to keep Wilson. If you cutting Clinton Dix,
What?
it's to bring in Earl Thomas, and I
That's the
still
only
wouldn't
reason why
do
you
that.
cut him. Yeah,
I still wouldn't do that.
no, that don't make no sense. You got to keep them vets.
Keep as many good players as you can.
did we have $7 million a few days ago? Did we have $7 million?
I think they got that money, don't they? Because they had some money open with Tyron, but they had some other money open up too.
They got
didn't
enough to go get him.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Logan Ryan. I know he's going to the Giants land, but he wasn't going to be a fit for us. Or do y'all think?
I am not gung ho about the move to safety. I'm just not doing all that. Can he play it? Maybe he can play it. If anything, I would have been. If anything, if you bring in Logan Ryan, I would have wanted to bring him in as your slot corner. That's where he's best at.
Oh, okay.
He's best at slot, and it wasn't like he was the greatest at slot, but he was pretty damn good enough. You know what I'm saying? He made plays, but he gave up them plays too, Law. Gave up plays. But so I think Logan comes in here and he competes to be your best slot. I don't want to see Logan at. I don't know what Logan looks like at free safety.
At the free. Okay.
Why do that when you got a Pro Bowl free safety sitting out there by the name of Earl Thomas? That don't make sense to me.
A lot of people say go get Earl. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're good. And then, I was gonna wait to the end of all of this, but we can bring it up now.
We'll wait to the end of it.
Okay.
And, we'll move on. But I just wanted to plant that seed to the people so they can get their questions prepared. Then we can roll.
All right.
So, hold on. Is it all in favor of 10 or 11?
I got 10.
I got 10.
I don't have Wilson on.
I'm moving past Wilson for Robinson.
So 2-1. Sorry, Law.
Another whammy.
We're at 40.
40.
We're at 40. Here it
What
comes.
that dude said, I'm a man.
I'm 40.
I'm 40.
I still say that. My lady be like, "What the hell were you talking about?" Mike Gundy, babe. Mike Gundy.
Mike Gundy, baby.
Everybody's
The
good.
last living mullet, baby.
You got the mullet. This is in the front party in the back. That damn mullet fan. This one is another tough one, dog. Defensive line.
Only one player is tough for me.
Really?
One player's tough for me too.
James, let me James.
Go ahead with it, James.
No, James funny. James funny. You know what? Dog, in the offseason, let me tell you something. Joe Jackson, Dorrance Armstrong, and this mother sucker, Jalen Jelks. I thought these mother suckers was about to be Pro Bowlers. I said, bro, calm down on these ninjas, dog. They undrafted in 6th and 7th round picks. Let's wait and see. Now James like, there's only one that's tough for me. There's only one that's tough.
Hey, that changes when you get an Everson Griffin and an Alden Smith. That changes all that out. Okay, they was gonna make the team by.
You're absolutely right. So okay. So it's tough on you. What's the one that's tough?
Between Joe Jackson and Dorrance Armstrong Jr.
Okay.
It's between those two. I'm gonna go with Joe Jackson. Y'all should really be able to see the other 9 was be kind of self-explanatory, but I'm going with Joe Jackson over Dorrance Armstrong Jr.
Well, it may not be self-explanatory to everybody. So let the nation know.
Everybody.
How many numbers you got before you go?
We're at 40.
We got 40, and I got 10 defensive linemen. I'll name them right now.
Okay.
I got Poe, Gallimore, Hill, Antoine Woods, Tyrone Crawford, Bradley Anai, Everson Griffin, Alden Smith, D. Law, and Joe Jackson. I mean, is it Joe? It's Joe Jackson. Yeah, Joe Jackson.
Really? Oh, now that is a. Hold on. Can one more time do it for me because I wasn't.
Okay.
Run
Poe.
that one more time. Okay, Poe.
Run it back,
Poe,
baby.
Gallimore, Hill, Antoine Woods, Tyrone Crawford, Bradley Anai, Everson Griffin, Alden Smith, D. Law, and Joe Jackson.
That is interesting. I haven't heard much about him. I'm not saying it's bad choice. I just haven't heard much.
But here's my plug on this one. Scott.
See, I knew you had a guy. I knew it. God
Talk to Hellman. I said, hey Hellman, I like Joe Jackson.
What's the deal?
I said, I ain't heard nothing. He said, oh, he good. He doing his thing. He said, but it's so many of those other guys that's killing it. We can't hear about him. He said him and Dorrance Armstrong really are fighting. It's a numbers game between them two. And he also mentioned another player, and a lot of people may cover him, but he probably will slide to practice squad and slip through because of COVID, is that cat from James Madison. They really, really like Carter. They really, really, really like him.
Carter.
Hey, Hellman said it too.
No. I'm doing that because of sneaking Carter, because Carter is the one you want to keep around. Because I'm hearing the same things you're hearing. I'm hearing that.
Oh, there's a lot of people that like him. I'm scared.
He
I don't want to lose him.
He can move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be. But again, remember, we always think.
Yeah.
We always think somebody gonna snag somebody. So hopefully he's one of those guys where we think it, but it don't happen.
Right.
So you got 10, and your 10th is Joe. What about you, Law?
Yes.
Got 10 to get you in too. I got the infamous D Law. I got Poe. He's going to be one of my one techs. I got Crawford. I got Griffin. I got Anai. I got Gallimore. I got Woods, who's the other one. I got Armstrong, and I got Hill, and I got Blaze him up, Gregory, baby. Randy.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
You got Randy.
Got intel? Give the intel. Is Randy back?
Yeah, like for real. You got him on your roster.
I got him as one of my guys.
When I throw you know what I'm about to get? I'm about to get a challenge flag. I got to throw the challenge flag.
He's trying to get it out.
I got to throw the challenge flag. I know, it's in my sock. Challenge flag to Law, and we're going to let the nation be the reviewers in the booth back in New York, like in the games. I'm challenging Law on Gregory. Y'all let me know, Nation. Is Randy Gregory allowed to be included in this 53-man roster projection due to the suspension rate now? I'm going to leave it to y'all. A yes or no. I'm going to just gauge it on what I see. Should we include Randy or not? And now, Law, I'll let you continue here.
Right. Now, I knew that there's some type of ruling, right? If he's suspended or on the commissioner's exempt list, that you can still have him on your roster. Somebody could educate me on that. Let me know if possible in the chat box, or even if you know, Sky, can you still have him on the roster although he's not reinstated? Do you still have to have him?
He's not counted against the roster. He's on the team suspended, right? Team, that's a quote unquote team. He's not cut. He's not free agent. He's part of the Cowboys organization, but he won't count towards your 53-man roster until he's brought back. Then you have to make a roster move. So when you say Randy Gregory is on the team, you're basically saying, okay, Gregory's going to be back by September 13th. Or 13th, yes. By September 13th.
Now he did tweeted something didn't he?
He did.
What he tweeted?
He said things are going as planned.
September. He said look for something to September pop. We'll see.
Yeah, he said look for something to happen. He was making fun of that dude he was going back and forth with.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we threw the challenge flag out. It's actually closer than I thought. Getting some yeses, Lord. Getting some yeses. I'm seeing some no's. I'm seeing some hell no.
Hell no.
Help me out. To
a lot of
no's. No.
Hell to the no.
Rest in peace to him, by the way.
But he passed away.
Yeah.
Man, this year. He passed away this year.
I believe last year.
Oh, okay. Not saying it's less of a pass away,
Right.
2020. You know what I'm talking about, right? If not, then I gotta go with my hometown guy. I'm rooting for him, Justin Hamilton. He will be the third. And I know a lot of people say, well, you don't need.
I know because he's from Natchez.
One text, but he's from Natchez. He's from my home skillet, man. He played on the same team with Vince Lombardi. So
I love that zeal.
Yeah. Let's go. So if it's no Gregory, it will be him.
All right, so that's what we're gonna do here. I think shout out to Naeem somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but shout out to you, Naeem, for the 20. Appreciate you. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with a no on Randy, not because I don't want Randy, but because he's not a part of the team. Suspended. So I can't do that. Randy he could put him in asterisks, right? Like, okay, asterisk, we'll put him there, and if he comes back, then we have to cut somebody because that's how it will happen in real life anyway. So I'll read off my 9 and then decide on 10. On 10, I think 10 here, but I'll read off 9. D-Law, Everson Griffin, Bradley and Nye, Tyrone Crawford, Alden Smith, Don Terry Poe, Antoine Woods, Neville Gallimore, Tristan Hill, and I do think it's a legitimate fight between Armstrong, Joe Jackson, and the cat Carter Cat.
Yeah, Carter. I think them three are fighting for one.
Yeah. But James, you swayed me. I ain't heard not a damn thing about Joe Jackson, nor Dorrance Armstrong, besides seeing him standing up.
Mm-hmm. So, but they said Joe's been looking good, and they said remember how he was not out of shape, but looked like he kind of had that baby fat kind of. They say he's trimmed up and really.
Joe, he was a big boy.
Yeah, and they say he's trimmed up, moves looking smooth. So I like Joe Jackson. I think Joe Jackson has a lot of potential.
I think he can slide in at some point too because he's bulky.
Yeah, he can slide in.
Hamilton, I would love for Hamilton to stick around, but when you got
he's practiced
4 legitimate DTs that are interchangeable, 3 of them really that are interchangeable in Poe, Hill, and Gallimore, you really keep a 5th DT around. And let's throw this out there, guys. At the beginning of all this, Mike McCarthy said he wanted to go 6 DEs and 4 DTs.
See,
I know. So that makes it interesting on the defensive end, but I think that was before Everson Griffin and Alden Smith. So
right, so both of them came. That changed. Say, we said that.
Right, and before he got a chance to see Bradley and Nye do his thing. And then another thing with the Hamilton is you have the position flex of Tyrone Crawford. So I think they do stick to the 4 DTs in Woods, Poe, Gallimore, and Hill with the position flex of Tyron Crawford to slide in, Everson Griffin on occasion to slide in, Alden Smith.
That's that light body action. We want some 330 pounds to be inside.
Yeah,
on rushing. I mean,
rushing.
not
Rushing down. Yeah.
We have enough beef on that on them rushing down, especially with Poe up in there would be good. But that NASCAR,
gonna be nasty.
Woo!
It's gonna be nasty. So,
This is
you say Tristan. I'm sorry. You say Justin Hamilton, and we're gonna go with Joe Jackson, and that would take us to a 10, right? 10 on the D line.
The 10 to get you in.
And then the 3 specialists, we don't really got a LP Laticore, Chris Jones, Greg Zerline.
There it is.
Right.
Yep.
And that takes us to 53.
I got somebody else outside of Chris Jones, man. And come on,
Marquette King.
Where Marquette King at?
Come on, man.
I mean, I'm not saying
LeBron
they must have just
James.
blackballed that guy.
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
Was he that horrible? Was he that horrible? He can't find a job.
No, he did. Didn't he do a couple goofy things though? He did.
He a
man,
dang.
Raiders.
Let me tell you what.
He did some goofy things, dog.
All Marquette King did was be the black Pat McAfee.
He did some.
I'm just being real. Tell me if I'm lying, chat. Pat McAfee did all of this and all of that and suck it, and he was doing all that. He was doing all that. And Marquette King started getting swaggy with it.
Got super swaggy, and they said, "Not you, buddy."
And he might have got hurt. And now he in the XFL somewhere.
So we ain't seen a black punter do that. No,
He said, you didn't meet no. What he said, James? You didn't meet no Dr. Martin Luther King.
King.
He said, "Not the King."
Dr. Martin
the
King.
Luther the King. But Marquette King, he would at least keep it on. What if he would do it in Texas Stadium though, or Jerry would say Stadium? Man, it would be crazy. Last time we had somebody to do all the dance was Kenny the Shark. Remember him?
Yeah. Well,
don't bring him up right
I mean, we seen a lot of dancing. Oh yeah, he's on that queue list.
He on the queue list.
Oh my goodness!
Let me tell you something for the new watchers in here.
PC, QC, PC.
Oh. I'm not doing this.
We get Patrick Creighton back on, but come on,
Patrick.
Patrick.
Okay.
Because I still want to get Patrick on. Now, Q, I'm just, hey, Lord, James, that's your man.
That's your man.
That's your man.
Oh my goodness!
Come on, Q. I really want to tell that story. Hey, for the members, because it's funny as hell.
Hey, can I tell you? It was part 2.
Whoa!
Oh, for
We
real?
had part 2. We had a part 2. It happened. It was a part 2. I said, I'm done. I love you. I'm gonna love you from afar.
Buddy, old pal. I root for him.
No, we still gonna try to get PC because
PC. I do want to get PC.
I feel like we're gonna get him.
I need an explanation though. Dog, just flat out.
I feel like we're gonna get him. I think that was just a first. I just feel too strong. We're gonna get him on the second.
They were roasting us. He dropped it, and I'm sitting there. Man.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah. But yeah, if you act up and if you was a guest and you act up, you on the queue list.
The queue. That's what we call it. They don't know it, but we call it the queue list.
The queue list.
So technically, fellas, we have hit the 53-man roster. But there's a bit of a problem. There's a bit of a problem. We still only have 2 running backs. We never
I'm
agreed.
cool with that.
Never agreed. So I'm going to list some of the bubble guys. See if we kind of go back on that.
All right.
So some of the bubble guys, if you want to put Sabu on there, or is it Rico, the other dude, are Adam Redmond, Luke Gifford, CJ Goodwin / Donovan Wilson is a bubble guy. He's not on there. Joe Jackson. So Adam Redmond, Luke Gifford, CJ Goodwin, Joe Jackson, I will consider the bubble guys, unless you believe the 6 wide receiver, which would be Ventel Bryant or Devin Smith, as a bubble guy. Do you take any of those guys off for a 3rd running back? Law, how you feel about that? I say, do we?
I would take. I'd take.
'Cause you want
But
that
you
that
like
running
Redmond though.
back.
Y'all love Redmond though.
I
But
don't
you
love
we don't
Redmond.
love him.
Like you like to say,
But-
Law, we don't like him. I don't love him. I like him.
But remember, we talked about Gifford and but you like Donovan Wilson, don't you, Law? You like
I
Donovan and Gifford.
like Donovan Wilson.
You like Gifford?
I like Gifford, and I like
Oh,
Sabu. I like three.
But
of
we
those guys,
but we
so-
me and Sky went with Joe Jackson too though. You didn't like Joe. So
Yeah, but I think what he wants to do is take Joe off for Hamilton or Gregory, which I will
okay.
agree.
I got you.
If
Yeah,
Gregory
yeah, I
comes
got
back,
you.
then you take
I
off
got you.
Joe.
I got you.
But I don't think he wants to swap him for the running
I
back.
got you. Okay.
Right.
Do we consider Ben DiNucci the bubble too? I just really do feel like
There
they're going
you
to carry.
go.
They
three.
like.
Well-
I don't feel. They're not gonna do that to Ben. Ben gonna get scooped.
Like I said, it's luxury to have just two quarterbacks, though. You know, it'll be luxury because you have an extra spot that you can put somewhere else.
Somebody do something for me in here. Jay but I know Jay's very adamant about his opinion. But I need somebody with no opinion. Just bring me facts back on this one here. Can you quick go look at the Packers roster? How many times have they carried three quarterbacks? This is the type of stuff you got to do. You know, we don't have preseason games, and he was drafted by Mike McCarthy.
That's why I think he's not going anywhere because he was handpicked by. That's why I don't.
How many times has Mike McCarthy carried two or three quarterbacks in his tenure in Green Bay?
Where's Stevie Mack? You know, he got all that shit.
Yeah, Stevie usually rolls through there. Somebody just go see if we can get that out of from 06 or something.
Yeah.
How many times did Cowboys with Jason Garrett went with?
Yeah, that don't count. No
How many
more.
times? How many
That
times?
don't count no
I don't
more.
know, but the reason why I'm not asking that is because he ain't here.
Right, that don't count no more.
You know what I'm
Wait a minute,
saying?
how you doing, guys?
Yeah,
You know, but we still have the same general manager, right? So we can still couple that with the decisions.
I'm not
of
saying you
2 or
don't give
3.
facts, Jay. I'm saying you're adamant with your opinion. I'm not looking for not
Need a
necessarily
factual.
biased opinion. I'm just looking for just give me a concrete number. How many times has they not? We're only carrying two because I said we only carrying two because of this. I'm not looking for that right now. That's your opinion, and we can talk about the opinion. I'm looking for how many times has he carried three quarterbacks as a head coach? That's it. There's no right or wrong answer here. Like we're not saying we're right. We're just literally trying to guess this roster and give our reasons. And due to Ben DiNucci being a 7th round pick, not looking bad in camp according to our reports, and COVID, it's not far fetched to see them carry three quarterbacks. And I'm not really seeing anything drop yet, which that could take some time for some research because you got to kind of.
He always
way back.
carried 3. This
Bring
is
that
from
beat back.
Roshan George. He said he's always carrying 3 quarterbacks.
He always carried 3. So if that's accurate, then how do we just all of a sudden think he's not during COVID at that?
Mhm.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
think,
his
I
hand-
think
and his
that Mike.
hand
Mc-
picked-
yeah,
and he
I think.
picked-
Go ahead, because I think that Mike McCarthy loved quarterbacks so much. He got Seneca Wallace. He got
He brought him in.
he brought him in for coaching, and then he brought in the other guy that used to coach coaching under him now. Dang, his name is the tip of my tongue.
Brought in another quarterback guy.
Coach. He
Brought in
loves
Seneca
these
Wallace.
Brought in Seneca Wallace. He brought in the other guy who's the quarterback coach.
Doug Nuss been here.
No, not Nussmeier.
He's the quarterback coach.
I'm talking about passing game coordinator or something like that.
Oh, some film room guy.
Yeah, he played under Coach Mike McCarthy. Let me go pull it up right quick.
I know Seneca did.
Seneca did, but he got somebody else on that team that played for.
Was it not Brian Brown or something like that?
This is one of the weird names, man. He played with Travis Frederick, for crying out loud.
Well, I'm not gonna. Reason why I'm not researching it right now is because I'm not
loves
about to
Mike
the production
McCarthy
set
loved
to
those
go
quarterbacks.
sit here and just be staring off in the gaze right now. I'm trying to host the show.
Brandon Robinson, Scott Tolzien.
Yeah,
Oh.
Tolzien.
Scott Tolzien.
See how he keep them quarterbacks close,
Yeah,
man.
Okay.
I remember Scott
got
Tolzien.
Seneca Wallace,
I do
you got
too.
Tolzien.
That's right.
You
Yeah, I
got,
remember Tolzien.
you know, and so I'm quite sure that knowing Mike McCarthy, he might roll with 4 quarterbacks. Hell,
No, he ain't.
Boy, never mind. If anything, Seneca
COVID,
Wallace,
it's-
Seneca Wallace, our emergency QB if we keep 2.
Right.
Seneca, go suit up, fam.
Suit up.
Go
You
suit
ain't
up.
doing it.
You can run around. You can escape some pressure.
They play until they fall.
I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to stick with no third running back. I'm not saying it's
There
going
you go, Sky.
because
There you
I'm just
go.
looking at the roster.
Okay,
I like what I got.
wait.
I like what we got here. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
Hey, Mikey, I like
y'all
it.
can win that.
I
That's
told
how y'all
you.
feel, man.
How do you
No,
know you
I
like
like
that,
man.
I
just
like
like
the
the
TCU guys. though. You know what I'm
But
saying?
like I said,
Yeah.
running backs
Yeah.
ain't you. They scoop running backs anywhere. So that's why I'm not prevalent on keeping that third running back because we can get a running back anywhere and a pretty good one.
Let's go get
You know what's funny?
let's go get Kamara.
Oh snap!
Go get Fournette. Go
Oh
get
snap!
Fournette.
Oh man,
It would be
Oh,
crazy to have Kamara on the team.
That would be nuts.
That'd
It'd be
be
nuts
like,
if you
hey,
got
throw the
Fournette on the
flag in,
team.
you know.
That'd be nuts if you put Fournette on there.
yeah, I don't think you're put for that. If we keep 3 running backs, it's going to be that Sable kid. I want to put him on the team, and if he may be on the team, like it would not shock me. But we're just predicting here, just trying to figure it out. It's going to the dudes we miss are likely going to be those bottom roster guys, the Adam Redmonds, the Joe Jacksons. It's going to be the 54, 55, 50, or 54, the 51, 52, 53 guy. It's going to be one of those guys.
Joe Jackson, he gonna be gone. We ain't gonna be able to save him on the practice squad. Brandon Robinson, we was talking about it back and forth. I feel like, and I feel what everybody said, Doris Armstrong. I like Doris Armstrong, but I just feel like there's something about Joe Jackson to me, man. Something about him.
He played like a dog. I think it's going to come down to the TCU guys, Adam Redmond, one of those linebackers like a Luke, March, one of those DEs like a Joe Jackson, and possibly Devin. I think those like 5. What was that? 6 guys, 7 guys, or something like that.
Like 5.
Okay, so Cowboys. I
can't
knew
sleep on
Sosa.
Armstrong right now.
I knew Sosa would go do it. There it is.
How many close sacks
3 times.
Armstrong
3 times.
had last year?
Say again now.
I just can't sleep on that.
He's
What?
selling with 3 times under McCarthy with 2 quarterbacks. Okay,
I
yeah,
think
so
that's
that tells you
noteworthy.
there. Yeah,
He only
only
went
3.
3 out of like 13 years.
Yeah, he's
Which-
keeping them.
And so this is what makes me bring this up, and I love this conversation.
Thanks, Sosa.
Because of Dak Prescott, and you should not bank on this, but because of Dak Prescott and Ezekiel
That's
Elliott's
health.
health, do you say I trust to go light at one of those positions? And if you think about McCarthy's time frame, besides the end where Aaron started getting dinged up, Brett Favre wasn't missing games. He's the Iron Man, right?
Aaron Rodgers wasn't missing games.
Aaron Rodgers wasn't missing games until the end of Mike McCarthy's career. So I think maybe he was confident in going with 2. And that's why I said I needed somebody to bring this up. Only 3 times out of 13 years? I think then, yeah, maybe you need to think about that. Maybe they do only go 2 and try to bring Ben on the practice squad and then use that, like So said earlier, use that, what do you call it? The protection. Use the protection on Ben. But if they decide to keep 3, I think it'd be because it's a McCarthy guy.
Mhm.
And then you got a veteran like Dalton, yo. I mean, we trust Dalton as a backup to come in if he needs to come in for a game or something. So yeah, thank you, Sosa. Appreciate that. So here's what we'll do. We'll go. Me personally, I'll go 2 there, and then I'll put Sable 1. Boom. Roster set.
Wait a minute. You say you go 2. Okay, so yeah, you go with what? 2 what?
2 quarterbacks.
2 QBs, 2 QBs,
2
3
quarterbacks and 3 running backs.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
put Sable
Or
on there.
3.
Because I told you, I like Sable.
There
because he
you
can
go,
play
Law.
full
There you go.
And he can play
They're my dog.
running back.
There you go. There you go.
So I'll put Sable on there, and I'll go 2 quarterbacks because you have that Hank and Dak Prescott who doesn't miss games. Knock on wood, yo. I did knock on wood.
That's not gonna whoop everybody. Can I say
Everybody,
one
pretty
thing
much.
before we finish this?
No, when you say that, all my pen and everything fell. So man, man, we
I
gonna
want to ask y'all's
I'll be
opinion
back.
on this. I wanted to ask y'all this
Zeke's
opinion
a
on
tank
this
too, but anyway.
before we get off of here.
Yeah.
Because I've been hearing so many sucking people crying about this shit, and I'm not crying about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb, he don't need to do it full time, but CeeDee Lamb need to return punts. Okay. He's electric. Stop looking at Dez Bryant's 1 freaking return where he hurt his ankle. Do a little bitty return to foot. He gonna get hurt. You remember what happened to this? Man, look at all these punt returns that come into the league that were star receivers. A lot of those guys return punts, especially if they need a big play. They send them back there. Odell Beckham Jr. did it. Antonio Brown did it. And I didn't see them guys getting injured on that. You got a guy who's electric. And if you're trying to make a big play in the game, put that man on some punt return team and stop crying about him getting hurt. This is the NFL. It's football. Any damn play he can get hurt.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would love to see CeeDee Lamb be the main punt returner like Dez Bryant was his rookie year.
And Dez was nasty. That was an unfortunate injury, dog. Come on, man.
It's funny we say that now, right? But if he get hurt, we're going to be pissed. Why the hell was he in there on special teams and CeeDee Lamb?
But, and all the ones that saying, no, don't do it. As soon as he catches one, return it back. I know he's this boy electric.
Yeah. Lunatic said, remember you can protect 4 players from waivers. That's the practice squad from waivers. From the 16.
Oh, wow.
Remember practice squad. Okay, from the practice squad. I don't think you can protect anybody from waivers. 4 players can't be. Wait, what? I need another check. This one's confusing.
You throwing another challenge flag?
Yeah, I got to challenge Lunatic on this one. He's saying, remember you can protect 4 players from waivers. That's new. I didn't know that one. If that's that. From the 16-member practice squad, those 4 players can't be claimed on waivers. That's a bit confusing. So you're saying if we cut them, we can protect 4 people from waivers, or we could protect 4 people from the practice squad? Which one is it? Somebody give me that answer. Because if that changes,
I think he's saying from the if he's saying from the waivers, then that changes everything.
That changes everything.
You got Danucci and those other guys.
I'm cutting Ben DiNucci.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up cutting Ben DiNucci. I'm cutting a couple of these other young bucks.
I'm cutting Parker.
I'm cutting Carter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm saying y'all can't touch them. Or is it you're cut? They clear waivers. Now you're 16 practice squad guys. You can declare 4 of them non-touchable.
That sound more intriguing, like you said. Like you got to first go through their waivers, and then once your practice squad is established, then you can assign the 4. Right? That's going to be protected under that clause.
That's what I thought. But if the Lunatic is saying we can protect 4 players as they're cut from even hitting waivers, that is major. That's major. I seen somebody in here say, "Who is Salsa?" It's not Salsa.
Sosa, get it right now. We ain't doing salsa up in here. We ain't doing salsa
from the Cowboys Network.
We ain't doing the what was the one that did the salsa dance?
Oh my goodness, I can't stand him.
Who's that?
The guy that do the
salsa dance from the Giants. What was his name?
Oh, Victor Cruz.
Yeah, we ain't doing that shit.
No,
it's Sosa.
No, Sosa.
I told you, monkey motherfucker, not to fuck me.
There goes the monetization.
You've been bad.
Oh man, y'all know who it is if y'all been following this show, man. Sosa's the Cowboys Network on Twitter. He's Cowboys Net on Instagram, Cowboys Network, and Facebook, the Cowboys Network. Super, super important to the show for many different reasons. Y'all thank him for Darren Woodson, guys like Worley, guys like Cedric Wilson, man, and so forth and so on. To help bring those guys on, help us with things looking great, and just keeping us informed with these type of things we were just talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like right. That's who I like to go to sometimes is him and Jay. Who else? Stevie, guys like that, Lunatic, guys like that, because they drop that information in there for the nation, as Law likes to say.
Yes, indeed.
What?
Mm-hmm. I think Sosa can also get us Tupac if we want him to. You know, hey, bring Tupac on.
Tupac and Biggie.
Speaking of which, hey, that verified might be coming here soon.
Yeah. Get that man a blue check mark. Y'all check his page out and y'all see why we saying this, right?
Go like the hell out that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, is there anybody, man, that we're leaving off, guys, that you guys want to see on the roster? The main people, basically, like Redmond, who was on there. Maybe Dorrance Armstrong we had off. Who else do we have off there? Let me look at the roster right now.
Wilson.
Cedric Wilson. Donovan Wilson and Devin Smith. I think we all agreed on Ventel.
Yeah.
Okay,
like
so we all agreed on Ventel.
The only thing really was the injury. If he was perfectly healthy, we definitely feel like he's making it right.
Yeah, and that's why I had reservations. I only had D Smith over Ventel because of that. But you guys kind of pull me into Ventel.
Every time I try to leave, they keep pulling me back in.
Yeah.
It's weird. So for me, I have Ventel, but then I have in quotations or Smith.
Devin the dude.
The reason why I say that is because if Ventel was hurt, you know what I mean? If he's hurt, then you IR him. Yeah, IR him.
Damn it, John Bay.
John Bay ain't it, man.
I know. And remember with the new CBA, practice squad is unlimited now. It doesn't matter how many years.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
No, how many years? Yeah. No, it doesn't matter how many years you've been in the league. You can be on the practice squad.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So maybe Dorrance Armstrong Jr. He go to that practice squad too.
And somebody gonna pick him.
Well, somebody gonna scoop Joe Jackson, bro.
I'm trying to see if I can pull this roster up for y'all real quick.
Somebody scooping Joe. If Joe get unprotected, somebody scooping Joe. If Jalen Jost got scooped up by Carolina that quick, Joe Jackson getting scooped up.
Yeah. Hey, and that storyline of Earl Thomas, man, I'm gonna just say this right quick. Veterans are different though, right?
Yeah, that was I was going to end the show on that one.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna let you do that.
No, go ahead. Because it's a perfect segue.
Yeah, perfect segue then. Earl Thomas is a situation whereas, and I know a third of you guys were like, nah, let's not blow up this chemistry situation. But with that being said, what about this intriguing fact? If we wait to after week 1, right? If that's correct, Sky, if he is picked up, then his contract will not be guaranteed throughout the entire year. So I'm thinking that
it's either after week 1 or the week of. Can't remember which one it is.
I think it's after that Monday or something like that,
Okay.
I think week 1 or something like that. After week 1, you can pick them up, and then if you can have all of those clauses in there and be like, hey, prove it do a prove it deal. You say you always love to play for the Cowboys. This is your golden opportunity.
That makes, and Sosa brought that up earlier to me, Cowboys Network. And I thought about that, but what I didn't think about was the guarantees, because he was like, you're not guaranteed. Their contract's not guaranteed. And I'm like, I forgot about that. But to play devil's advocate, can't you put a clause to protect yourself from Earl? Doesn't matter if it's after week 1 or not. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want Earl wants to be here and you want to protect yourself, can't you put, hey, if we have to get rid of you because of behavior or because of locker room issues, your contract is null and void, no guarantees. I mean, you can, but it might not be easy to get him on there.
A contract is whatever you want to write it up, long as 2 or more agree upon it. And that is what Ezekiel agreed upon. He can't go somewhere and pull down some lady tatas and show him, because it will go against it will be a breach of contract, basically. Right. And they can walk off from that whatever $90-some million that they owe Ezekiel. So there's so many things that you can do with clauses. And I know a lot of people will look at it and be like, hey, what we did with McCoy was wrong and these sorts of things. But it's a contract that McCoy's team agreed with. And I'm thinking that these new ways of we writing out these contracts, I'm quite sure that is what probably be the holdup, because I think that Steven or Jerry's talked about this Earl Thomas again.
Well, Steven went with the whole, hey man, we're not really going to talk about it until something happens. If something happens, Jerry said, Jerry said, well, I can't say that we haven't talked about Earl Thomas, but I can't say that we have talked about Earl Thomas. And it's like, what? We haven't talked about it. It was just really weird and confusing. It was Jerry being Jerry. But he did say that they've had discussion. It was just this confusing ass thing. They've obviously talked about Earl. They're obviously monitoring the situation. What I think they're waiting for is for the 53, see what's out there, see how they feel come Sunday or Monday, and let's see. I think if they're going to get Earl in here, you got to get Earl in here sooner than later. I totally understand the wait after week 1, so there's no guarantee. But, man, not really trying to be signing a bunch of players after week 1 unless it's because of injury or something. Granted, am I going to bitch and moan about Earl Thomas getting signed after week 1? No, but I feel like he needs to be in here so he can get acclimated. Defense acclimated to the players, to the coaches, the environment, to being a Dallas Cowboy, because it is not like playing for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
All right,
And
man.
on top of that, before you go into that, we doing this final roster breakdown of 53. Trust and believe 31 other teams are doing the exact same thing. So they're going to get rid of some of the guys that they probably, said, okay, it's time for us to just move on from them. So it's going to be a lot of veterans out there that we can still probably reach into and pull those guys. So let's not forget about that, Cowboy Nation.
Yeah, I'm hearing a big name in Minnesota potentially being cut in Riley Reef.
Ooh, tackle?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm hearing it's a given at this point.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I'm hearing it's a given. Like they're trying to see if they could trade him, but they're getting rid of him apparently. So the Eagles are looking at him because they have a tackle situation.
Yeah,
really.
They look for everybody. Damn it.
Yeah, and Stevie.
I want to
say
one thing.
Surprise cuts. Go ahead.
Just before we get off of here, Bot sent me for our draft
an extension. Holy hell! What? Never mind. Riley Reef got an extension. That's crazy.
that's that.
Well, there's that.
But, we're having our draft. He said we're having our draft September.
It's Sunday.
The fantasy draft. So make sure everybody's tune in for our first live.
Yeah, I'm streaming that, bro.
Streaming.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they doing it.
Well, you know what I mean.
But we should definitely stream that as a late night hype group.
Yeah, we streaming that, and I came in ninth. Damn.
Oh, so is it out? Is it?
Yeah. He said my draft position was 9. Damn.
I asked him earlier.
What's my draft position?
He ain't gonna tell you on mine.
Oh,
I gotta go look.
I gotta go look. I really don't even know how to do fantasy.
I ain't fantasy. Listen, Law.
Tell me that.
A lot of kick it.
You're the first person I'm coming to for a trade.
Law.
I love hearing that. I come to all the fish.
Law.
I'm a shark in this game, fam.
Sky's going to eat me and you alive because he know we fresh. We jumped in the water just swimming like, hey, how you doing? Wong. Him like, hey,
tell you, man.
Him up. I'm like, you think it's good? He's like, yeah, it's good. Give him up and I'll give him. Okay, I got you.
See, man, it's fantasy, man. I can't do it.
I'm a good negotiator, man. I feel like I'm a good negotiator when it comes to fantasy trades.
We're gonna do this.
I watch out win. That's gonna be crazy.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna be one of them things that you never thought that was ever gonna happen. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna believe.
So you're gonna be the Eagles of 2017.
Yes.
You thought it was never gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen again.
Oh my gosh.
All right, man. I think
I'm glad you said that, Law. Oh God, that makes me feel so much better. I love
man, I don't know
hey, you think you're the only one? Mark Holmes is in the damn fantasy.
Oh, I'm just saying. I was like, I know. Now here's the thing. I know
Mark Holmes don't know about no damn fantasy. Shout out to you, Mark. But
I know my players. Like, but that fantasy, you gotta know that shit. That shit ain't for the weak.
You
gotta know that.
I had to cut down on my leagues because I'm dedicating myself to YouTube growth and what have you, and that takes time, and and everything. But fantasy,
look, my dog Jay Form said, "Don't trade with you, Sky." See, I'm gonna listen to my dog Jay over there, man.
Listen, I tell you myself, you better stay away from this one. I comes for it. You wanna go look at my teams? I made some great trades. Now, do you always win? No, there's still money in not winning. Fantasy, you come in second, third place. Sometimes, great. There's some winner take alls. There's some winner take alls. But I think this one here is just bragging rights. I'm not trying to come in second. Jay said, "Do not take the bait."
I ain't taking the bait. Like I said, I already had some dogs in this. I got you, Big Game James. Thank you.
I got some
old
stuff.
Man. I got old man.
So KMT is your fantasy guy, right? I got a fantasy guy too. The Mod God, Stevie Mac, man. So I got some folk working behind me too.
Hey, I need it. You good. I'm a
see the funny thing is
I'm Trevin Diggs right
good,
now.
But right now, fam, I'm trying to make our what we got going on here.
So you ain't been super on it.
I'm on it, but I ain't been on it like I was on it previous years. All right, so here's our roster.
Thank you.
Are we cool with 2? If we go say quarterbacks?
No, I ain't cool with that.
You want Ben?
I want Ben.
What about you, Law?
Yeah, give me Ben over Say. Say
Wow, they switched it up on me. Do you see that, Jay? Now see.
That's low.
When I
was
put
staying with
Say
Ben.
on the roster.
I didn't want Say.
Wait a minute. Are you saying Say Woo? Make it God dog it.
Say Woo Ben.
Say Woo
Say
Ben.
Woo.
Law.
I feel like
I'm
that's
sorry.
where we're going here. Remember, Law. He only kept 3 quarterbacks. He only kept 3 quarterbacks 3 times. 3 times out of 13 years.
Going once. Going
but,
twice.
But to counter that.
Oh,
how many running backs did he win with? You see, we didn't have that side of the homework.
Oh wait.
Give me 3. Give me 3 running backs.
All right, then. Going 2.
Yeah, see.
So
I'm
we
back and
won that
forth
one,
here.
James. So Dak,
All right.
Andy,
He.
Q, Zeke, Tony, and Saywoo. Coop, Gallup, Lamb, Wilson, Noah Brown. We're going Ventel Bryant, unless Ventel is put on the PUP list, aka the IR, whatever you want to call it. And then if he is, then we'll go with Devin Smith right here. Devin Smith. Oh, well, not right here, y'all. And then tight ends: Blake Jarwin, Dalton Schultz, Blake Bell. Offensive line, all the big names. We're adding Adam Redmond. We're cool with Adam Redmond, right?
I'm definitely cool with Adam Redmond.
Law,
Cool
you
with
want cool with Adam? Okay.
Y'all cool with
We
him?
talked, Jen?
Y'all cool, man. Y'all cool. with him.
Linebackers. We're going Jalen LVE, Sean, Joe, Francis Bernard, Luke Gifford as that final 6. Unless Luke becomes a pup guy, maybe March, or they just roll 5, period. But we're going Luke. Stick it to our guns.
Going Luke.
Pow, pow.
6.
Luke.
DBs, Woods, Clinton Dix, Thompson, Robinson, Awuzie, Diggs, Worley, Lewis, Brown, CJ. Goodwin, we overrule Law unless we pull Law to the side of no Donovan Wilson.
Man, chat. Y'all got to put
don't be
11s in the
commenting
chat box, man. Come on, man. 11. Put 11 in the chat box. We got to go with Donovan Wilson. We can't just give up on the kid.
There's no reason.
Come on.
You got Robinson now, dog.
I think you're overruled here.
Yeah, you definitely overruled. Hit
Law's
the
like,
gavel.
objection.
Hit the gavel.
Overruled.
Sky. Hit the gavel, Sky.
I got the gavel here.
He got the
You
gavel.
know?
Let it
We
be
don't
written.
That's the law.
Hey, so let it be written. So let it be done. It's over.
D-line, DeMarcus Lawrence, Everson Griffin, Bradley Nye, Crawford, Alden Smith, Poe, Woods, Gallimore, Tristan Hill, and then the bubble guy, Joe Jackson over Armstrong. You want Hamilton over Joe Jackson.
I know you guys.
Come on, man. I know he natches, but come on.
Overruled.
Natchez.
No, sir.
Overruled. Then we're going
Overruled.
the specialist, Chris Jones, Greg Zerline, LP. How tell us how it is, man. Tell us how y'all like it in the chat. Give it a grade. Give it a grade. And listen, don't go hard because goddamn Donovan Wilson they make the team. Don't be mad because you put a Luke Gifford on or we ain't got to bend the
We like Adam
let's
Redmond.
look at the team and tell us if that's a good roster or a
That's a
bad
damn right.
roster.
No. You said it all wrong.
I say it wrong? Well, I said, I'm sorry.
This is your 2020 NFL Super Bowl
Ooh.
championship roster. Is this it? Is this it right here? Let me know.
Got a
Cowboy
B.
Nation.
Take it. I'll take a
B.
B. Definitely take it.
They giving out grades.
Yeah,
grades.
I said grade. I said grade to
Time
prediction.
for your mind. All right, give me the grades, Cowboy Nation.
B plus.
Over there on
Pick
Facebook,
a
shout
pop
out
once
to you,
Lawrence
Lionel.
Armstrong. Roshan George wants Donovan Wilson. 10-6. Phillips think we're 10-6. Now I wasn't saying give us a prediction on it.
No, we need A, B, C, or D, or F.
Maybe we'll do that Saturday. I think we're going to be here. We'll talk about it Saturday for the roster cut now. Cowboys 2068 says A. Carolyn says we're speaking from last year on Luke. I mean, basically speaking from last year on everybody. Except the rookies.
Because we didn't get to
see
see everybody.
We don't have preseason. All we got is clips. So if you're
know that,
if you're saying Luke ain't nothing, what are you basing it on besides maybe being injured?
that's the only thing you can
C,
base.
Spike 23 Eagles says C. I wonder if that's an Eagle fan.
It's still a passing grade, though, by the way.
Oh gosh, if our roster ends up being a C by the end of the year, I will be pissed.
Yeah, you raise that up.
Right. Perry T.
B plus, B minuses. That's fair. I think B is fair because we don't know, man. We don't know like numbers. We haven't seen a lot of these down roster players.
This is a great prediction considering we didn't see shit.
Robert says, "What's your honest gut feeling on the record for this year?" Stay tuned, Robert.
Right.
I hate record predictions, but understanding what we do, you got to give one. So y'all can go back and say, "See, Sky, I told you."
Yeah, they are going to.
Yeah.
I know,
It's
but that's
already
part
been
of it,
recorded.
man. That's part of it.
Jay Form been right for the last 3 years, so I don't want him to put down none of his comments.
Oh,
Lord
that
Jesus.
don't mean jack.
Yeah, well, yes, I mean the secondary is questionable. Yeah, I don't lie about that.
Suspect.
We got some A's up in here. A's up in here though.
If we cut Woods, go get snacks. Hell, we'll just get them. Period. If we wanted to
Right.
get them, I like me some snacks.
Who cut
About
Woods?
what I expected to see. Got to keep Luke. Sean Lee is still Sean Lee. Looks good to me, fellas. A from Phantom. We didn't get much preseason, but we'll see the wins when the games really count. Which guys? 12 days. 12 days, and
Crazy,
we
man.
are live.
It don't even seem like it.
Can't wait.
This COVID shit is weird, but let's go.
Hey, whatever.
Let's get
man.
these damn Rams. Let's get them.
Whatever. That's exactly. Let's go, man.
Let's
All
go.
right, man. Salutations before we head up out of here.
Hey, just shout out to all the mods in the building on Silver&Blue Nation. Shout out to the donations. Shout out to the likes. We got a good likes in the chat. A lot of good talking, a lot of good conversation in the chat, as always. And shout out to all the loyals. Shout out to all the new people that jumped in the feed. And make sure you go share and become a subscriber, as Sky say, to all 3 of the channels. And continue to spread the word about the late night hype, because big things is coming.
Indeedy, man. Indeedy.
Yeah. And what he said, appreciate everybody for tuning
Ditto.
in and watching, man. Ditto. And let's go with Ditto, really
Ditto.
appreciate everybody.
Eastside Harold,
man.
bro. Eastside D+.
Eastside.
He is hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Hey man, shout out to all of the trolls that's watching, man. Really appreciate them. Appreciate the mods, man. Thank those who
Yes.
kicked the guy out of the club. I really appreciate them.
And Jay,
Let's go.
Jay, hold your prediction for us till if we do a show Saturday. Because I know you said you don't want him to drop it. I want him. I want him to drop it because if it's good, you've been right lately. You've been right. So hold the prediction for me till Saturday if you can, Jay. If you can. Yeah, man. Shout out to everyone that donated today, everyone that was watching today. If you're new, if you've been here, it doesn't matter. We appreciate every single last eyeball that tunes into us. All the new members, if you joined as a member, all the new subscribers, if you joined as subscribers, and the old. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sound like name Elvis. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you very much.
Facebook,
Yeah, man.
appreciate y'all, man.
Facebook,
Spencer, Spence, and all those, yeah.
Jay said his predictions the same as start of camp. See, I'm glad I don't remember, so definitely pop in on Saturday.
What did he say?
I don't know what it was. I don't want to know.
He says
I
9 and
don't
7
know.
every damn. He says 9 and 7 every damn year.
Yeah, so look out for us. We'll talk about it off air here and throughout the week about Saturday because I think the cut down time is like 4 p.m. or something or 3 p.m. Something like that. So we'll see if we'll rock something in the evening. Talk about exactly who made the team. Maybe we'll have some breaking news on a certain safety. Who knows?
That shit always is so hard. That's always gonna be hard for life. Don't.
SUV.
Yeah.
Or is it SVU?
He said it real strong and
Let me
confident.
press
too,
this
didn't
damn button, man. Because if I don't press this button, I'm gonna keep
he?
messing
He said
up.
it strong and confident. He said,
Yeah, so let's rock out to the nation. Let's go.
Shout out to y'all, man. Dallas Cowboys Universe. Appreciate you. The late night hype. Big Game James, Law Nation, Skywalker Steel. We out, man. Let us know what you think Saturday about the team. We'll be back. Peace. Love you.
Baby. Let's go.